G'day, g'day. Check mic, check mic. Are we live? G'day, g'day. Check mic, check mic. We are live. Good evening, King. Good evening, Duality, and welcome to another slow and steady video here on the channel. My name is KT, of course, and this is part of my Road to 1K live streams on a Trucking Thursday. And good evening, Duality. Is there an actual update? I have no idea. This is a game that I kind of dip back into, and there's a reason that we're covering this today, because it's all part of a story over the next 12 chapters of 12 weeks of live streams. So without further ado, let's speak about what we're actually doing here, and give you a little bit of context, if you like. So, g'day everyone. Welcome to the chapter 1 of Road to 1K. Tonight, we begin a journey that is going to take us through the next 12 weeks. 12 chapters, 12 live streams, and ultimately one destination. I can't believe I'm saying it. 1,000 subscribers, guys. I don't know what to say. I'll go on and tell the story anyway. Let's just get to the story. So, over the next 12 weeks, we will be doing 12 live streams called 12 chapters. And ultimately, one destination, 1,000 subscribers. And I thought there was no better place to begin than a journey here in Alaska. Tonight, we're heading into the ice, the snow, and the isolation of Alaskan Road Truckers. Now, I've spent a fair few years behind the wheel. You already know that. 6 years driving buses, 3 years driving large coaches. So I kind of know what it's like behind the wheel, and and the problems that may arise. So it's about preparation. It's about patience. It's about dealing with whatever the road puts in front of you. And sometimes it's just about simply keep on keeping on, even when conditions get difficult, just like Alaskan Road Truckers. And that's why I think that this game is the perfect place to start our journey, because in many ways, this is what starting YouTube from scratch can feel like. At times, it can feel isolated when you put hours into creating something and wondering if anybody is watching. You can have days where progress feels slow, and there's times when you have to question whether the destination is actually getting any closer. But you keep going. You learn, you adapt, you take the next mile, and eventually those miles start to add up. So that's why Slow and Steady Gaming has been about, for me, it's right now we're sitting around 900 subscribers, something like that, 920, something like that. But we're really, really close. And rather than simply looking at that number and saying, right, let's get to 1K, I wanted to make the journey itself something special. So over the next 12 weeks, we are going to do this one chapter at a time. We'll be covering different games. We'll be having different challenges. We'll be having different roads. And we'll be having different adventures. And hopefully, there are lots of moments that we'll look back on when we eventually reach that destination. But this isn't just my journey. It's ours. Every person watching tonight is part of it. Thank you for joining me on my journey here on YouTube. I want to be around for 15 or 20 years. This is a big arc for me. It's why it's called Slow and Steady. And as I slow down and get 50 and 60, we're still going to be gaming. We're still going to be trucking. Yet will it start? Fuck off, King. This is important, man. It's probably a 3-hour stream, so it's all good. But I love the banter. But tonight, we're not there yet. Tonight, we're at the beginning. The conditions are hard. The road is going to be unforgiving. And just like building this channel, King, called Slow and Steady for a reason, this is all about storytelling, isn't it? Welcome, Keys. Welcome into the chat. I can't possibly repeat this big intro again because King will King will unsubscribe. So welcome to Chapter 1, Ice and Isolation. The road to 1K starts here. Let's get behind the wheel and let's see where this road takes us. Thank you for joining me. Let's begin. There we go. We got there in the end. We got there in the end. Let's just catch up on a bit of chat. That's the when will it start? Yeah, King. It's okay, man. We look. It's called slow and steady for a proper reason, isn't it? So I think I have actually I've turned the HUD off. So we're gonna have to put the I won't unsub. I appreciate it, King. I really, really do. So I mean, looking around this truck, this dashboard, we can pull this game apart. But right now, I feel it's a good start for Chapter 1 because making a bloody YouTube channel is hard. And anyone who does it has my utmost respect because it's just dedication, resilience, and, you know, it's all of those things. Anyway, we've spoken enough about that. I feel like we should probably put the... I feel like we should probably put the HUD back on simply because... because I've forgotten what to do in this game. Literally forgotten. So how are we doing? It's slow and steady. We're just going to take our time. Have I got a trailer on the back? No, I don't think so. So that's fine. We have a destination. We're probably going to need... Oh my God, we're absolutely going to need some food. So I think I will set GPS and then cancel it. But yeah, we're just going to take our time. Anybody who pops in on this chapter will be most welcome. But I'm going to try and make it themed over the next 12 weeks. That's sort of the point. So I think what we're going to have to do is probably get some sleep, right? So we'll knock this... Should we leave the engine on because it's cold? Got the heater on. Actually, we're doing okay. We don't actually need any food. Shall we check the truck over? Shall I put my coat on? See, it's saying it's equipped. Still got this coat bug on here. So I have to unequip the coat and then equip the coat. And now we can see we've got it equipped. So we'll just jump into the back. And yeah, I'm just going to take my time. So if you pop in, if you stay for 5 minutes, then great. If you, but feel free, talk about the latest, what we're talking about. The Gamescom and stuff like that. There's been loads going on with that. In my infantry is wipers. And yeah, we're just going to take our time, really. I think that's the thing with trucking. If you're going to do trucking on a live stream, it is indeed just going down the highway. So it could potentially get a little bit boring, but we'll have a little bit of fun. We'll have a chat. And Road Kings has a release date. It has indeed. I did see it. It was March 11th, I think. Which I was quite surprised about, actually, because I did think that Road Kings would release this year, because Sabre seemed to be throwing the games out. But let's just check the wipers. Okay, it's fine. That looks okay. Did we get a scraper with us? Windshield. It does not need a repair. Yeah, so I was quite surprised actually that I didn't drop this year. Oil, you just need the oil between those two lines. It's just like a normal car or any other combustion engine. We'll have a little bit of coolant, I think. Not too much, don't need to top it up. But I think, people hate on this game, which is completely fine. But I think there is a game here, We'll repair that. Let's do that. Is it L1? You have to wait for the little spinny thing. But like I said, I felt like this was a good start for Chapter 1, but each chapter should be something different. So hopefully we can sort of, Right. Looks good. I think we're actually okay as well. So I might actually look around to sort of see if we can... pick something up. We can always eat when we go and get to the yard when we pick something up. We're in the middle of winter. I have to check the tyres as well. Let's have a look at jobs. Now, I have unlocked quite a few licenses now. So hopefully we'll do some interesting loads as well. Not gasoline. We've got category C there, damaged excavator, which is hard. We could start off with that. YouTube is hard. And we should absolutely... Oh, that's actually in the yard that we're in now. Okay, let's go and grab that damaged excavator. Is that it over there? But yeah, you know, I think for all its things... Of course, we've got New Beginnings coming out. It's over here. New Beginnings is going to be vastly different to this here. And there's an excavator that's on the back of a lorry. On the back of a trailer, I should say. Where's the bloody office then? It's a shame this isn't a little bit of like a 4-player co-op where you could just all jump in and kind of pick up different loads and stuff. Am I losing my mind? Normally they're sort of like highlighted for the office. Ah, there we go. Perhaps this has had an update then, because normally the mission giver is got like a big white outline and you can see him flashing through a building, but we don't appear to have that today. So maybe... Hello, peekaboo. There she is. I mean, I don't know who come up with, you're in Alaska, love, like put a top on, for crying out loud. Let's pick up this hard one then. Nice. Okay, so let's get trucking. So there's our load there. Here's our truck all ready to go. I'm not even looking at chat. What's going on with chat? March 11th, yeah, for 2027. But, you know, there's, what else is coming? I mean, we've had no news. Unless you guys have seen something, and don't troll me, but I haven't seen anything on Eurotruck. So, I don't know. How do you put the lights on now? I forgot. Oh, is it left? That's right. Yep, so we'll have a bit of lights. And we'll try, you know, we'll try and do it as, oh, I've got manual gears as well. Handbrake. Oh, have we got the, hang on a second. Fucking hell, Katie. You can tell that we don't do this very often. Have we got some chains on the back? Yes, we have. Oh, we will get trucking in a minute. Right, into reverse gear. Handbrake off. Yeah. And we'll try and check these mirrors. We're going to have to... Now, one of the things... We're going to do it as immersive as we can. We can see the trailer's giving us some sort of highlight through the cab. So we're going to do it as immersive as we can. Whenever you're, you know, I used to drive coaches and buses, and I would have to actually have to reverse up to these things. You don't have a third-person camera, but you know, and one of the big things is if you're not sure of the yard that you're in, throw the handbrake on, and literally, sort of my dad taught me, you know, when we would go out on the trucks and that, he would say, get out, young'un, and go and have a look at it. You know, have a look at what's around before we back up. Because in real life, you don't have a third-person camera. So I'm going to try and keep up with chat. So I wish that they do a live stream from Gamescom. But the internet is poor there. Oh, really? In Cologne? Well, spoiler, I'm hoping to go to Gamescom next year. We already do the members videos where we do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. And... because we've gone to like bike shows, and I'm going to go to a truck show. I'm also off to the museum in London to go to the transport show, and all that's up on the members video. But next year I want to be at Gamescom, so at least I can maybe go and see some developers and stuff. So the dream is big for this channel. You know, I'm going to try. Let's just see if we can... It's bloody snowy, that's the trouble. You can't look out the window, can you? No. Right, okay, let's just back it round. So I tell you what we could do. We could put the... is it left on the D-pad? No. Hold. There we go. We could pop that. That's a bit better. I can see the mirrors now. So it's in the right-hand mirror. We'll try and get that. There it is on the left-hand mirror. So we'll back it up just ever so slowly. Now we do have that little pin thing. It's already on the centre of the screen. It's right where the driver's hand is. So we'll just back it up ever so slowly. Are we backing up? I haven't put the handbrake on, have I? Oh, what the fuck now is going on? That's forward gear. Okay. Okay, easy. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's just within the green, so pull forward a bit more. Oh, fuck me. Hold on. Oh, for crying out loud. Look. This does not happen when I'm editing a video. Right, there we go. We're actually there. Right, let's just jump out. We'll leave the engine running because the heater's on and stuff. We still got our coat on as well, which depletes far too quickly for me. The first thing I would generally do is lock up the trailer. This is a safety thing, so I'd probably throw that in because the stand's down. I've never driven an Arctic, but I try to keep it as realistic as I can. The stands are still down, but I think we'll jump up. Everything's nice and safe, so we're going to grab a cable. I think this is a nice touch. Did I put the radiator on? Yes, I did, King. Yeah, I got that on. Because doesn't the screen freeze or something if you don't have that on? I think. So that's the cables. I think it's a great little touch, especially when we looked at heavy cargo the other day and we didn't have no cables between the the truck and the trailer. So I think it's a nice touch. We'll have to see what kind of realism we do get from New Beginnings or whatever it's called. My problem with that game is actually the company. They went radio silent on this game, and they've got to prove it to me of their kind of like consumer communication to the customer base, because I didn't like how they treated everyone on this thing. How do you put the wipers on? Okay, so it says that the windscreen is frozen. Oh, bloody hell. I should have put the wipers on because it's been... God, we will get trucking. That'll be the boring part, to be honest. King says he's not going to pick up New Beginnings. Any particular reason? Let's give that a bit of a scrape. I remember Jace from Game Tech doing this. I do like it. It looks like a copy and paste with a little upgrade on graphics. Agreed. The thing is, it's something new. I think it will come out. It'll be like 20, 30 quid. I can't imagine it will be much more. And, it's entirely your preference, is it? Let's take this coat off. Maybe wait until people, review it or, whatever. So the wipers are going now. And I think we could probably take off those mirrors. Is it right on the D-pad? Okay, right. Are we actually going to go trucking now? So this is on hard, and we've been waffling. Of course, manual gears. I think it would be nice if they did a little beta to see what you think. Yeah, we used to get demos back in the day, didn't we? Where's the way out of here, then? Bloody hell. I think it's behind us. For crying out loud. Just watch the front of that truck round. Oh god, we're going to get into a jackknife. Sniper Elite is monthly game, September co-op. Oh, wow, it's co-op. Okay, that would be quite interesting. Because we do have the other channel where we could possibly bring that, Keys, I think. Right. I cannot see this way out. This is ridiculous. I know we said we weren't going to do third person, but I literally can't. I can't see the way out. Am I losing my mind? You know how we started the stream with this is a story, and it's based around how hard YouTube is, and how I thought this game might replicate YouTube. It kind of is. It's saying it's to the right, but it looks like it's not. It's not to the left. There's gravel pits there. Right, bear with. Oh All I want to do is get out on the road. Crying out loud. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I think I've... I think we've got the trailer stuck, guys. Oh, my days. This is literally not SnowRunner. Oh, my days. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think I made a bit of a... Do you know what I should have done? I should have jumped out the truck and actually just gone looking for the exit rather than kind of just barrel it over these lumps here. I'm not sure that's... unhook it and then ram it. Okay. Thanks, Keith. Good evening, Dean. Hope you don't have to... Okay, unhook it. That's what you're saying. Unhook it. The trailer can't be unhooked when the engine is running. Okay, that's fine. Okay, handbrake is on. Engine's off. Everything's tickety-boo. This wouldn't happen. This wouldn't happen in Euro Truck, would it? We're probably going to have to get the cables, aren't we? Let's have a go at this. Worst case, we'll have to cancel the job out. And, you know, this is supposed to be reflective of how hard YouTube is. That's the idea of this chapter. But, let's grab this one. We've got no coat on either. Okay, let's jump down. Is that unlock? Trailer supports aren't extended. Fine. Oh, can you believe it, King? Like, literally, this isn't my first ever live stream, but it's my big kind of road to 1K. And, you know, it's, and it started off, well, you know, it started how YouTube is. It's bloody tough, isn't it? So, let's have a little look then. So, we'll get a truck started, and we'll bung it in reverse gear, and hold on a second, handbrake. It's not going to push it, is it? Let's ram it. This is going to knacker my truck. Push it from the other side, or push it from this side? Let's try and push it back. At least you're not SC. I lost the truck. I have to walk miles. I know. Right. Reverse gear engaged. No, it's just not having it. Okay, this will be a distant memory soon. Let's use the CB to tow to the road. What a bloody good idea. So I'm going to have to hook it back up again. Terrific. You know, I never think about the CB. Right, let's get it hooked back up again. That is a brilliant idea. I'm going to need some sleep after this. This job is going to fail. Okay, let's jump out. We've got all the time in the world. We're going to be on for a good while. So, okay, let's grab that. Be careful though, because it might cause damage to your trailer. 100%. I don't think it matters at this stage. I think we should accept that this has been quite a job, and I think it will be fine. Right, let's grab that one. Okay, looks good. Let's go in and grab the CB. Now, I've not done this Fully connect trailer and fully connect or unlock the trailer. I thought that's done. Oh, is this the problem now? God, what such a rookie! A rookie. Here I am saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it really realistic, and we're gonna do this, and right, where's the CB then, King? Up here? Look at that. So, tow back to the road, 700. We got loads of money, so I'm not worried about money. A refuel, a tow to the workshop, call services to remove roadblock. That's free. So we're going to tow the I know, what such a noob, Keys. Tow the truck back to the road, and I'll grab a drink. So, okay, let's go third person, see what's going on. So we've got a trailer. We're probably very late on this delivery. And so where is it? Is that the way out? Right, hold on one second. Let's just jump out. So where was it to? The truck is facing this way. It's the trouble with the winter, isn't it? You just can't see the way out. I'm just going to walk it a minute. Round the red pipes. Because it looks very confusing. When you look at the map on the bottom left-hand corner, you think, what? It's very confusing. Yeah, that's definitely the way, isn't it? As the Mandalorian would say, Mandalorian, I can never quite say that word. I do love that program. If you do have Disney, good afternoon, Kenneth. How you doing? It's great to have you in the chat. If ever you've watched the Mandalorian, it's a fabulous. I really enjoyed it. I do like a little bit of Star Wars. Who doesn't? I'm a Gen X. I'm a 70s kid. Good luck with your 1K. Thank you, Dean. I really, really do appreciate it. Going to do these 12 chapters, which should be quite a little bit of fun, really. So, manual gears up into third. Let's get the fuck out of here. But no, I really appreciate, honestly, every single one of you. I try and put in the hard work. I try and come up with ideas. I try to be balanced. I try to, I try, and if some people believe in me, and and we been rewatching again. What's that, Keys? You've been watching Only Fools again. I love Only Fools. Right, let's just watch our way out of here, for crying out loud. Okay, let's just follow it down. I didn't want to do third person, but I do feel that I'm just looking for the road. Is that it there? Let's go down to third. There we go. It's got to be it, right? No, it's not. That's left. I think we want to go right. No one can fault you for trying. I appreciate that. It's this has got to be the way, isn't it? I think anyone that does do YouTube will tell you that it's not easy street, is it? As I just look for this road, I cannot believe that. I reckon it's out there. I can't believe I'm having so much trouble. You've got a full box set of DVDs. That's awesome. I'm actually going to. I was thinking about filming a little bit for the members video, because there's often in the members video there's a couple of different things that we talk about. It's not just one thing. And so I'm going to CEX tomorrow. King tells me to turn around. No, it's got to be this way. Although that was probably because there's a bit of a lag on the stream. But I'm going to CEX tomorrow to pick up. I want to get the extended versions of. I reckon it's up there. I want to get the extended versions of The Hobbit and of Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray. And I've been looking on eBay, and do you know what? Boy, do they hold their prices. Yes, right way now. Thank you, King. This is why you need a little convoy going on, see? So you can have someone. It's got to be this way, right? Let's follow this down. This job's going to be woefully late. We're going to need some sleep as well. Oh, King, honestly, is it this way? I can't believe we're having so much trouble. I think it's back out the other way, you know. Unless it wouldn't be down round there, would it? You passed it. Fuck's sake. Okay, let's back it up a little bit. Like I said, I would do all this first person normally. It's on your left. Okay, let's just back this up. Not that one there, is it? Is it this one here? Oh, stop, stop, stop. No, I don't think it is. Maybe it is, maybe it is, maybe it's not, I don't know. I feel this is a bad stream already, but I suppose the back more, he's saying. Need a banksman. That's what I need. But I suppose a bad stream, like a bad thing is at least it's entertaining, right? But we'll get on the road. Oh my god, now my driver's tired. We want to just pick the trailer up. Back more, King says. Oh, there's a giveaway sign there. Oh my days, that's actually it. King, you are the hero of the day. Okay, brilliant. Right, in the first gear. That's the giveaway sign. I'm scared now. It says to turn right. That's got to be the road, isn't it? There's a... Oh, should we stop at the motel? That makes perfect sense. Let's stop at the motel. Hey, Steve. Hope you're doing all right. Don't worry. It's been a blast already, honestly. It's been nothing in one eye. Okay, sorry to hear that, King. I'm sure that you rock it. And right, let's go and get a good night's sleep. They're just going to have this excavator a little bit late. Okay, deep breath. Let's knock the wipers off. Lights are off. Let's park the truck up and give it the middle finger. Actually, I love my truck, so I won't give that the middle finger, but I'll give that bloody depot the middle finger. And we will go to welcome. Has it come up? Here. Here we go, rest. So we'll go to sleep and stay for £1.50, or 150 I should say. Okay, right, now we've had a good night's sleep. We'll grab some food. It's bloody snowing still. We're halfway through winter, so we're going to have this probably for the stream, but we'll just see. We'll just see how we go. Actually, returning this truck back, or the trailer and truck back to the road only cost us 5% on the damage, actually, so that's not too bad. Right, get a truck started up. We'll get those wipers going, and we'll make sure the heater's on. It's definitely on, and I think we'll head back, get some food. I loved this back in the day. You know, when you sort of like go back, I thought that was so immersive. And we'll have to see what new beginnings brings. That's not where my food is. We'll have to see what it brings, you know. But I think I've got some chicken. That's all I've got. Does that go in the microwave? Yeah, it does. So we're going to have to get some food as well. Like I said, some people hate on it. Some people... there's my food. Okay, we'll just eat that a second. Can you eat it in the back of the cab? Hold to eat. Normally get an animation, don't you? You're lucky it costs you 5%. I've done that and it took a 400, did it really? Okay, right, we just need to fix the radiator. Bloody hell, it's like, are we ever going to get going? We've got everything we need. The only thing I need to put on is my coat. And let's pop the hood. But no, I think the New Beginnings has got like a little bit of this as well. So we're just going to have to see how it goes, man. Of course, they've not actually put their release date down. We've had a release date for Road Kings, which is the 11th of March, but we haven't seen, or I've not seen. If you know, then you may know. And I'll what do you think on? Hold on a second. What do you think of Clutch? I think I was looking at that. It's like is it like a Forza type thing? Is it? It's not a hardcore sim thing, is it? Clutch. I think I did see a bit on it yesterday, but I need. If you tell me, Keys, to go check it, I'll go check it. Right, I think we're absolutely good to go now. We're probably in the middle of the night. Yes, it's half past 10 in the evening. So we will throw up some lights, and we'll get out of this yard. It's obviously here. But these roads are goddamn confusing, aren't they? That's the motel. Open world, get out of town. Open world Monaco. Oh, for crying out loud, I've cropped that trailer. That's quite interesting. Okay, I need to check that again, I think. That sign's gonna have to go. Maybe not. Yes, Katie, it's a playtest where you can sign up, which I need to do. Only for Steam, though. They have said they're going to drop a PS5 demo after. Okay. Oh, that's quite cool. So I can check it on my deck. Oh, that's New Beginnings. You can check it on Steam. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Bloody hell, look at this snow, man. Let's go and enjoy some of it. Let's go to the this one. Look at this. So, turning left here. Now, I think the traffic is on. I haven't seen... That's badass. I'll go check it. I think, don't get me wrong, I don't think New Beginnings for 1 minute is going to break any records or nothing. You know, if anything, they've got a lot of making up to do, you know, when it comes to customer relations. Because, you know, as much as we're kicking the series off with this, the 12 chapters, I do rate the game, but it's been woefully supported, really. I know it was a big project as well. You sort of heard them talk about that they kind of bit off more than they could chew. But I think it's a good IP, you know. But again, that's just my opinion. You know what we say on the channel. Opinions are like assholes, and everybody has it. They should give the game away for free. Let's just check that. How they did this game. Yeah, you know. Well, obviously that's not financially viable to give it away free, but I wouldn't imagine it will be much more than 30 quid. I wouldn't imagine anyway. But we may indeed see New Beginnings this year, I don't know. But, I mean, let's be honest. You know, when Euro Truck comes out, American Truck, there's going to be a lot of people that won't really look at those type of games. And, you know, the likes of, like, Truck Driver, Dream, and, you know, that Dutch connection that we had, they're not going to get the sales because people just are not going to invest in a broken piece of shit like that. That Dutch connection was an absolute finger to the community. It was like, oh yeah, people will lap this up. It was so awful that if ever I did, what up, Why Not Gaming? Hope you're doing okay. Why Not Gaming in the house. Shout out this channel a couple of times. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, you know, so much so that if ever I met them face to face, I'd be like, "What are you thinking?" Like, you know, you literally took the whole trucking community for a bloody fool on that. Was it worse than Truck Driver American Dream? Yes, it was. To think all the patches that came out on American Truck Driver Dream, all the learnings that they had, all the feedback that they had, and they didn't take any of it. It's the same with Truck Driver Gold. Like Truck Driver, the original game done by Triangle Studios, I think, rather than Kyodai, is not a bad little game. The original Truck Driver came out in, I think it was like 2019. I think that dropped. I quite liked it. It was all right. We didn't really have much else on the market. But when they did the gold edition, instead of actually thinking, okay, well, what's the maybe top 10 feedback from the community? What's some of the things that we could possibly fix for like quality of life things for the gold edition? And all they've done is updated the graphics engine, really. And then we had trouble with the rain looking like paint. It was just like, do you remember the Grand Theft Auto thing? I still haven't bought that. Like, I'd love to go back and play Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and of course I'd love to see Grand Theft Auto 4 as well. But it, with all the rain, whatever graphics package that they threw over the game, it was let's go for a press. Let's enjoy some of this. We're just going slow and steady. With all the package that was the graphics package that was threw over it, ended up causing problems with the way the rain looked, and in some cases when it rained, it was unplayable. So it's the attention to detail, and it's just like they just do this sort of slop, and they expect gamers to lap it up. I genuinely believe that I think gamers are slowly getting sick of it. I genuinely think people, gamers are just saying, we're not buying this shit no more, Grand Theft Auto is rumored. I'd love it. I'd love GTA 4. I wasn't overly keen on the protagonist. I loved Tommy Vercetti from Vice City, and I even loved Claude from GTA 3. Nico was okay, but I loved the way the cars handled, and I loved New York and stuff like that. We need a Burn Cycle remaster port. I don't know what Burn Cycle is, Keys. I wish they would do a GTA 4 remaster. Absolutely, Ken. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a glorious game, and I have some good memories on that as well. Of course, that was the first time that we really seen multiplayer as well, with the Grand Theft Auto universe. And don't forget, this GTA 6 that's launching is solely a single player experience. So whereas where you buy I do need to check that, Keys. Where we have like GTA 6, if you go and buy Grand Theft Auto 5, you'll see where it says how many players, and it says like, I don't know, whatever's in a lobby, 24 players in a lobby. It doesn't say that on Grand Theft Auto 6. And, it's not going to launch suddenly with GTA 6 Online. That online component could take another year to come. It really could take another year. So you're paying £100. You're playing £100 for a single player story, essentially. Yes, you're going to have a wonderful world of GTA 6 to fart about in. But that's what you're buying right now. It doesn't have a multiplayer component to GTA 6, or as we just gather a little bit of speed. So, I don't know, man. It's really interesting watching the landscape, especially from someone, and I'm sure many of you, in the chat are maybe around my for a license as well. Maybe around my age. I'm probably older than most of you. I'm 52, but I've seen it. We've seen the gaming. Oh, I should check my fuel before we get in even more trouble. We got quarter of a tank. We'll keep rocking on because we're so late on this delivery. But it's interesting watching the landscape and the rise and fall of gaming. I don't think it's the fall of gaming. I'm an optimist, I'm sure that it will come around, but it's about time that gamers had their voices heard, and the likes of the developers and the shareholders are not just sort of seeing us as rinse and repeat, because if there's ever a collective or a community, you don't get this with films, you don't really get this with TV, but with games you get a lot of kickback, you get a lot of noise. We're not afraid to go and voice our opinions and get on social media and have an opinion about it, or so that's the difference between gaming. And gaming, as you know, is the largest medium. It's bigger than the music, and it's bigger than films put together. So we'll have to see. I'm missing some chat. Let's just get on the flat road. Thing is about a stealth game. I'm looking forward to the shooters. I'm ecstatic that we have another channel where we can do some tactical shooters, and we can do some open world kind of gameplay on horses. I did see that The Witcher is getting a remaster, which is free, which I'm super stoked about, because regrettably The Witcher is one game that I've never completed. So we'll be covering that on the other channel as well, probably in live streams, because no one really watches a series anymore. But there's some games to come. Let's just check out what Keys said. Let's get around this corner and catch up with a bit of chat. In time, maybe I'll have a nice setup where we can get a camera and we can fart about, and I'll have a couple of screens so I can actually read the comments properly. But right now I'm using a microphone. Just play Gwent. I'm using a microphone on a headset, and it's budget 101 at the moment, but you're joining me right at the beginning of my journey, and I'm grateful to you all. So let's have a quick look at the chat. Let's just drop it down a couple of gears. I love the manual gears on this game. Did you see that you could play stream ATS ETS from your Steam Deck? Yes, I do. I do play both of those games on my Steam Deck of an evening, and I have a beautiful Iveco that's yellow, and I have a Mack truck that's a mod, and I'm running probably around about a dozen mods on my Steam Deck. So I've got like a weather mod, like a rain mod. I've got a lighting mod. I've got a sound mod. I've got some trailer mods. I've got like a real world company mod. And don't forget, these mods are coming to ETS ATS on the console. However, they're not coming at launch. But I mean, you can play and stream. Oh, hold on a second, play and stream. Yes, I need to look into this, because I reckon we could have a laugh. I did actually take your advice, King, and I did actually go onto YouTube and seen that there was a little app that you could download that you could then stream. So I'll have to look at that, because perhaps we can cover some of that with this 12 chapters of Road to 1K. So this is going to happen every Thursday night. We're going to jump on, we're going to have a bit of a chat. We'll have little different adventures. It won't always be this game. And we'll go on some adventures. So King, you have my word. I will look into that and see if I can pull it off. See if I can get it done. Whatever chat have we got going on? Just play here. Hand in hand keys. Did you see blah blah blah? Tomb of Rocks. Where's the stealth action shooters? Exactly. Like where is like your Sam Fisher? Like what? I loved that IP back in the day. A little bit of Splinter Cell. It's almost like we live in this era right now. And funny enough, I was talking to Fat Cat about it. I was talking to Dean about it, and we were talking about how gaming right now, you're not allowed to have a masculine what's their thing, testosterone. That's what they have. You're not allowed to have a testosterone male driven protagonist anymore, and it's bonkers. I am nobody knows this, but I do I give a little bit of money to the veterans, and just a little bit, and I sort of see that their PTSD and stuff like that. And I was watching something recently about golf and how some of them, the British troops are, you're talking guys who had been in conflict for like 25 to 35 years, various tours. And there's a golf thing called forgive me what it's called now. It's like that. Anyway, they play golf, and the UK troops play the American troops, and they raise money. And so, coming back to gaming, we just don't have these characters like, proper blokes. Like, we live in this world where everything's so fluffy. We're not allowed really feminine women anymore. You gotta have ugly women, and it's, it's absolutely destroying the industry, in my opinion. No one can write a bloody good story game anymore. No one can come up with a decent IP, and right now we're sat on a thing where all they can do is push out remasters. As I go on a little rant here. What up, Sean? How's it going? Big shout out to you, Sean. I know you're an SAS crew member as well. Thank you for the support. Genuinely, I know Dean's a member as well. Thank you. You never need to be a member. Just helping me be a subscriber and helping me get to 1,000 is extremely. I'm extremely humble and grateful for that. But I know, Sean, you are a member, so thank you for the support. Really appreciate it. We are unlocking something once we get to one of Russians in the house. What up, man? How's it going? Nice to see you here on a live stream of Chapter 1. At the beginning of this video, we did talk about the reason we're doing this game, and in a nutshell, basically, this game is probably hardcore survival in the elements. So we got off to a terrible start at the beginning of this truck adventure, and this is sort of like, for me, it replicates the starting of a YouTube channel. When you have maybe 3 or 4 people watching, and how you have to just keep going, and sometimes my Red Dead Redemption video gets like 15 views. It's not about the views, it's about the community, it's about you guys, and I'm genuinely grateful. If we can build something here, then that's wicked, and I appreciate you all. But what we're talking about, let's just go to. Okay, so or like Call of Duty Dead just port Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 and PlayStation 5 instead of remastering games. Yeah, haven't played a Call of Duty for a long time. A friend of mine said that actually you need to check out the Modern Warfare? There's like a guy with a beard on it. I love your Red Dead videos. Thank you, Ken. I'm a bit late this week. I've had a bit of a week, if I'm honest. My work is doing my head in so much that I've just about had enough of it, and I came off of Wednesday and I was like, I've got to shoot a Red Dead video, so I will get one up this weekend, Ken. But genuinely appreciate anyone watching the Red Dead story. I'm going to be pig-headed about it. We're going to complete it. It might take 1 year, but I'm so invested in going through that playthrough just one more time. I've only ever played through it the once. And to me, it's only to me, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, but to me, it's to me, I must say it's just my opinion, it's the best story I've ever played. The emotional journey that you go on with Arthur Morgan, and absolutely, took me on a own journey of redemption through that game, and I love it with a passion. And to get to play through it a second time, and take it nice and slow and steady is a real pleasure. So if you do watch the Red Dead stuff, then thank you, genuinely appreciated. So actually, I think, when you look at the rain, I tell you what I was looking at the other day as well. I was looking at Game Tech with is it Bus Simulator 27, and I was looking at the rain on it, and I tell you what, I think it looks crap, to be honest. They're also using this big sort of like, anyway, I won't get onto it because I've not played the game, I've only seen it. But to me, Oh shit, we do need some fuel, by the way. Is it worth just checking the map? Because that would be sod's law if we run out of fuel. Oh, we're actually not that far. Although it does this thing sometimes where the GPS, you have to just go here, set default route. It is there, and hopefully there might be a fuel station there. There's got to be one here, surely. Let's just knock off a few of those things a sec. Shops. There's got to be a fuel station here, right? Hang on a sec. Gas stations. Here we go. Yeah, there's one there. So we'll grab that. That's fine. Or what did Fat Cat say? Unfortunately, rain is always crap on bus sim. Yeah. You know, I'm still waiting for this. Make sure delivery areas flash in. Okay, fine. Thanks, King. Yeah, to me, you know, we're gonna do a little small bus series, and I'm gonna tell you some real world stories of my time on the buses in Birmingham. I took my license in the city of Bath. I drove single deckers and double deckers up and down. If you know the city of Bath, it's built on a bloody hill, and some of the residential places you have to swing those buses. And then I went up to Warsaw. I did my training for Travel West Midlands, which is the Birmingham buses. I did that in Warsaw. I drove in Birmingham City Centre, or Birmingham Central Garage. I drove double deckers for 6 years. So we will be talking about those stories, how I had 2 accidents in the bus. We'll be talking about accidents. We'll be talking about sex. Did you have bus spikes? No, never had spikes on the... But I can tell you a true story. Actually, while we're in the snow, why not tell a bus story? I think it must have been around 2011, maybe 12. I was driving the bus, so just look here. I pulled up at like a T-junction, say here, like this. I pulled up, and it was next to the Blues ground. If you know Birmingham very well, you come down through Small Heath, and you sort of come onto the Cov... Is it the Cov Road? No, it heads up through sort of Small Heath. It's around the Small Heath area, near Bordsley Green. And I pulled up, and passengers on board, I pulled up at a T-junction. It was thick snow. And I pulled up ever so slowly, and then slowly the bus slid on its own about 6 inches. In the end, that day, they pulled all the buses off service. They got them all back to the garage. But it was really dangerous. And the bus was actually sliding because it was on a hill, and I pulled up at a T-junction. That is a bloody true story. And I was like, fuck. Like, you know, when it's sliding. But I've got another one of, like, fights on the top deck. I've got another one where I had someone have an epileptic fit on my bus. I've had all sorts of things happen. Like I said, I drove into the back of a minivan in a bus. So we've got all these stories to come. Sadly, there's a story at Warsaw where someone died, a bus driver died. And I'll talk about that story as well, and how that happened in the yard. So we'll talk about that, and we'll just go through. It'll probably be like another 12 series, but I'm just waiting for the bus game, you know? Right, okay, let's look for the flash in, as King said. It's got to be up here on the right, I think. Or maybe it's on the left. No, it's in there, isn't it? It makes it so difficult to see when the... I think that's it there, isn't it? You know, when we're looking out the mirror, the window. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's over there, isn't it? Okay, let's get back in the cab. Let's try and do it a little bit immersive. But I think the rain on this game is pretty decent. Oh, as we just work that truck round. Bring it down a couple of gears. Probably pull away in second. We've got a drop off here where we could probably pull through, and where's the cab? Yeah, there it is. Jeez, it's difficult to see in the snow. So let's pull up nice and square. But yeah, we've got some stories to tell, and they'll be told over, like I said, a small series. And I'm looking forward to that, actually. But I'm just waiting for the right game, you know, something that feels right. So let's throw it into... We've got subtle fuel, by the way. Right, Katie, let's see what we can do. Opposite way. So you want the trailer to go right, so you've got to turn left. And if you want the trailer to go left, you've got to turn right. Looks pretty good so far. Like I said, we could jump out the truck to have a quick look. But I don't think we're too far off. Probably around a little bit here. 4 stars. Hang on a second. I think we bumped something. But we cannot be that far off. Into reverse. Want the trailer to come round left, so we turn right. There we go, that'll do. Right, let's bump it up a couple of gears and we will jump out. Let's just check chat while we're here. We're so late, we're 8 hours late on this delivery. Brave then, consider it's a Birmingham. Yeah, I love Birmingham. You know, I lived there for about 12 years on and off, but I also lived in Stoke, I lived in Newcastle, I lived in Stafford, I've lived in Bristol, lived in Croydon for a little while. Okay, so what are we doing then? We're going to put these down. Okay, so they're down. Let's leave that attached just for a minute. Grab the cables. But no, we'll have to see, you know, with the games that's gonna arrive, and we'll have a play around with them. And I look forward to your opinions on them. You can rant at me in the comments, or say, Katie, this is bloody crap, you know, whatever, you know. But we'll have some fun. So that's the cables disconnected. Let's grab the wheel there. Right, okay, that's good. Now, one of the things that really does annoy me, they couldn't have put like a time thing where they could just leave the trailer there, because as we go into the office, it will disappear, won't it? Let's go. And I'm really sorry it's late. You would not believe you would not believe the trouble I had. I drove the trailer over a gravel pit and we got stuck. We then had to call the recovery out. Then I couldn't find my way out the yard. And then after all that, we decided to grab some sleep in a motel. So we're a bit late. Let's grab a drink. Let's have a look. So we had a cargo penalty of $393, and it looks like cat. Let's have a look. It does. What up, Dean? How's it going? Okay, so I think we should park up, grab some sleep. I think we should probably have some food. I didn't realise that we're actually wearing our coat while we were driving. Although it's not showing, this coat bug has still been... it's still very present, isn't it? So let's go and park up a little bit. Oh no, I need some... I'll tell you what I do need is... we need to grab some fuel. That's exactly what we'll do. So, handbrake, we'll pull away. This is another thing that bugs me as well. It's like the attention to detail. So I'm running manual gears, so you can see we're going up through the gearbox, right? Bottom right hand corner. So we can pull away in 9th gear. And it should never be like that. You should never, you know, what's the one game? I think it's like Snow Runner. If you pull away in high gear, it will stall. But here, we can pull away in 9th, just like it's 2nd gear. So that there's no real... it's this way, isn't it? Yeah, there's no... it's not a simulator, is it? It's not Euro Truck or American Truck. But boy, are we going to have some fun with those games. We're going to be able to pull away in 9th gear and see what happens to a Euro Truck, you know. So we'll have some fun along the way. And, oh, let's put those on. And we're going to stream until, well, we'll see how we go. We're going to do another delivery. If you're still with me, you know, if you can go, it's honestly no trouble. It's super cool to have you here. If you are subscribed, then thank you. Thank you for being part of the SAS crew. I genuinely appreciate it, and it's a great community, this little SAS crew. I do love it. And another year. What? Keys, are you winding me up? Because I don't know, you could have seen some news from Gamescom today. I don't know if that's true. Where's the gas station? Here. Is that hot off the press? Have we got another year to wait for Euro Truck? Okay, I'll stock off the engine. Wipers. I should probably put my coat on as well. Oh, that's your guess. I think, what do I think? I think if we're being conservative, I think Euro Truck and American Truck is going to be early 2027. I reckon it'll be Q1. That's my thought on it. If they're at Gamescom now and they have a playable, workable build on the console right now, and they're allowing attendees of the Gamescom to have a go, then it's workable, isn't it? What am I doing? Grabbing the fuel. That would be my pitch. I'd love to say that it's coming out this year, but I'm gonna. That way I can be pleasantly surprised. I think it will be Q1 2027. That's my guess. And of course, Road Kings is coming out in Q1. I think, you know, I think Road Kings is going to be good, but I think it's going to be a narrative story. I don't think it's going to be anything like hang on a second, you passed it. Oh no, I'm getting the same messages, King, of what you wrote before. What's that, same FC? With the amount of you need food, KT. Right, I need to take a look at my food. Thanks, Ken. I appreciate that. Let's go and have a look. Don't listen to him, Fat Cat says. Duality. With the amount of UI changes made to the PC already, I doubt it'll be that long. Agreed. I completely agree. Got a new Stuntman game coming. Oh, man, I loved Stuntman back in the day. That was so cool. It's like bring back the Driver IP as well. I love the Driver IP. So stand back. But I also love this. I think this game. I do. But yes, we need to get some food. We need to get some rest. But yeah. Does it click off? I think it does, doesn't it? There we go. Oh yes, Ken. No, you were saying I need to pick up food because I only had the chicken. That's right. I need to go and pick up some food. Right, let's go shopping then. A great, another little addition on, on the road. We don't really have. I think it's great. I really do. So we've got a man behind here. Hello. What have you got? Have you got anything good? Oh God, I'm carrying literally all my air filters with me. Right, just give me 1 second. Just put a hot dog on for me. All right. Let's just go and grab this. Don't think Driver would sell next GTA. Don't think Driver would sell next to GTA. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's little bit too linear now. You're a getaway driver, but I loved it back in the day. I think it would do all right. Either that or just, well, we're living in the realms of remaster, so why not just remaster Driver 1 and 2? But I don't know. It just goes to show that where we are in the gaming world when we're looking to older IPs, But there was something special about the Driver series, I thought. So we'll just put them back a sec. Just make a little bit of room. And we'll put this in here. There's no room in the inn. and we'll just go and grab some food. You working tonight, Dean? Have you got work tonight? What day is it? It's Thursday. So I'm off now for 4 days. Have you got that hot dog that I asked for? Yeah, let's have a hot dog. Anybody else want anything while I'm here? I think this will be amazing if they did like a little co-op thing. You know, they won't, obviously. But hey, you know, we could convoy 24 trucks probably. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. But right, let's pick up some food, as Ken quite rightly said. That's the drinks fridge. We'll pick up some chicken, and we'll get some mac and cheese. We'll get some pizza. This is terribly unhealthy. We'll grab some soup, and we'll have canned food, 10% nutrition. That's pretty good. And I think we'll grab I think we're all right. I think we'll park up, and then what we'll do is get ourselves ready for the next job. And hopefully it won't be such a carnage of what we had previously. So get a truck rolling. And what are we doing? We're going to park it up. That's exactly what we're going to do. Oh, handbrake. I love the crunch of the snow as well. I think that's pretty decent. I know they only recently released a new truck for this thing, but I think I'll be the same when it comes to Euro Truck. I think I'll just be rocking the same truck, to be honest with you. Have you got any preference on which truck you might be going with on Euro Truck and American Truck? I'll tell you mine. As I just turn these mirrors off a sec. Is it? I can never remember. Right. So let's. Mine would be. So on Euro Truck, I'm going to go with the DAF, the Leyland DAF. That's going to be my Euro Truck. And on the American side of things, I'm going to go with the Mac. Fingers crossed, I can go. I know. Fat Cat wants the Terminator 2 Mac. I want to go with the old 1970, which is very similar age to what Dean's is. I want to go with the big kind of like the long nose here, very similar to this. So it's going to be the Reliant Robin for keys, a very respectable truck there, keys. But yes, I want to go for the rubber duck truck if I can. But I think everybody who knows me probably seen that coming as well. So, yeah, so let's have a quick look. This is quite cool. Man, it's going to be so cool, isn't it? So the beautiful and the iconic Reliant Robin for keys. And then we've got the Kenworth W900 for Ken, which is going to be amazing on ETS. Are you going to be playing Euro Truck as well, Ken, or do you think you'll probably just stick with the big, long hauls of ATS? I'm definitely going to do both. But Duality is going to go for the Scania, which is, do you know what? I've seen some of those Scanias tricked out. Like, there is loads of mods for the Scanias. The lighting rigs on them look incredible. The liveries on the Scanias look incredible. So we've got Scania and Kenworth for Duality, and for Dean, the Fat Cat Caravan, Scania as well for the ETS. Probably going to get both, says Ken. So yeah, that's going to be great. But I think we're all going to throw a big party whenever we get the release date for this, because right now. So I think we have. I'm losing, honestly, doing a live stream as well. I am losing losing what I'm doing. We do need to grab some sleep, and then we'll pick up another job while I have a little drink of water here as we'll go to sleep. Okay, so we've had a sleep now, and we can just somehow get back to the cab. And we'll try and pick up something a little bit heavy duty. Like I said, I have got quite good licenses. We can take a look at the licenses actually before we. So where's my trucker here? So I've put 100 hours into this save. We're currently level 32. 93 days has passed, and we have done 25,000 miles since the beginning. The personality, I definitely want to unlock the pack mule so you can have more room in the truck. So it increases the infantry space to 9, and this one increases it to 10. I felt like we can reduce the energy and nutritionist in time, but I really wanted that pack mule. Over here we have the cold resistance as well, but I didn't feel that they were as valuable as that pack mule. So you start off obviously with a trucking license A. I must admit, one thing I'm really looking for, you've walked 25,000 miles. I think one of the interesting things about Euro Truck and American Truck is going to be the licenses. We've got to work on our, sort of all the different licenses, and there's even heavy goods in that game as well. And of course, you've got your ADR license for the dangerous chemicals and stuff like that. So obviously, driving the rubber duck truck, I want to go for the chemical trailers rather than the heavy goods. But that's just mine. That's my path in which I want to take on both of those games. But I'm really looking forward to it, So we also have unlocked here the Class B for demanding semi-trailers. We've also unlocked the C, which does the higher penalties for damage. And we have also unlocked the D as well for heavy loads and unusual weight distribution. I've only unlocked Class 3. Obviously, that latest DLC truck on this game was a Class 4 truck, and it was rather annoying that they kind of locked it away on some of the highest tier, but is what it is. I don't think it's very good anyway. And I've also got the medical transport orders as well. The only one I haven't got is the military one. Maybe we can pick that up. We currently have... Hold on a second. Oh, I was going to say I've got 2 points to use in this trucking skill tree, but actually, to unlock the military one, you need 3 points. So we're close, but not close enough. And over here, the customization and the swift-handed, so all of that's blah blah blah. But yeah, definitely want to get that military one if I can. Let's just catch up on chat before we. I've walked, So, Eurotruck, nice to see you again. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Animal Shelter 2 out on PS5, but not Xbox because Microsoft have been silly and won't let it on the store. Dear, I'm sorry to hear that. Steve, Microsoft dragged their heels when releasing games. Yeah, I did. What was it I was looking at with the PS5? There was... I don't want to say New Beginnings. Or was it New Beginnings? And that we're all quite interested in. And at the moment, they're only talking about the PS5 launching. I'm not entirely sure whether that's because they're struggling to get the optimization down on the Series S. I have a Series S, and I love it. But even when you play this game, you actually do see the vast disparity between those two consoles. And I think in some ways, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in some ways, I think the Series S has made the X. It's been a detriment, to the X. I think. Let's just have a look at some of these loads. But I might be wrong, but and I'll gladly accept if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's sort of how it feels. So we've got a cistern there. Got a container. The Series S should have been dropped years ago. Yeah, I mean, I have a Series S, so I am talking. I don't feel like I'm dissing it without concrete. I want to pick up something interesting. Forklift. Satellite dishes. Oh, we could pick that up. The thing is, though, one load looks like another load, really. Aircraft. Oh, a jet engine. Should we pick up the jet engine? We'll just carry on looking. Concrete. Medical waste, so we can't do that. Toys. It's not Christmas just yet. Parcels. And more toys. I think I might go and do an aircraft one. Aircraft parts. Let's head over there. Right. So out we go at the garage. Let's grab a couple of gears. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I have turned the traffic off because I haven't seen any. I genuinely got fed up with them driving into the back of me, to be honest. So that's probably one of the reasons. But for now, it's off, and we'll just deal with it, you know. As we come round the estate, a stop sign. I'm ignoring all these lights because there's no traffic around. I will get to this Series S chat, but it's interesting. It's interesting to talk about it. You know, I'm not going to be defensive because I have an S. But if it's holding back some of the developing games that's on the back end of, you know, we're on the back end, if you like. I still think this current generation has another 5 years in it right now. Because, you know, take a look at games that, like, I mean, you name them. God of War, like, you know, well, God of War was PS. God of War looked incredible on last gen. And that's my point, you know. I think there's still way more to eke out. You know, many of the developers are not getting a true, you know, a true kind of grip on the current gen. It's only the big devs really that are able to kind of do that. So it's actually nice to come in and have a chat with you guys, because sometimes I do a stream and it's like an hour or 2 hours. I must have snow blindness on this game. I can never see the road. No, honestly, Steve, I was having big problems at the beginning of this game trying to see the road. Let's get to this view. But this is only this is chapter 1. We will be doing other games as well on chapter 2 all the way up to 12. So it's going to be an ongoing series right now. Just my little road to 1K, and I'm grateful, you know. I think I say it nearly on every video that I'm grateful, but I am. Okay, we'll head down here. I'll catch up with chat in a second. Just gonna head to... Oh, do I need some food? I picked up the food, but I didn't cook the food. Reminds me of you guys are probably too young. The young ones with Nigel Planer or Neil, when he's sowing the seeds. We sow the seeds, nature grows the seeds, and we eat the seeds. And then we plant the seeds, nature grows the seeds. Sorry. And we eat the seeds. I love quoting a little bit of young ones, to be honest. I was lucky to see Rick Mell and Adrian Edmondson back in the day live in Bristol. So here's our aircraft parts. Well, no, you know, look, we're all young at heart anyway. Where's the way into this place? Are they going to open the gates for me? I don't think that's the way in. Let's go around here. Okay, I think that's the aircraft parts there. Hi Sean. How's everyone been anyway? It's been ages since I've watched. Do you know what? I still think back to that time when we did Ready or Not. And the laughs that we had on that game was so much fun. Yeah, it's been a while, Sean. I hope you're well. Let's just grab a little food because I am a little bit hungry. Oh, we're carrying all the food with us, look. Let's cook up the pizza as well. Oh, it was so funny. Honestly, it's such a ball. It was, let's have a quick look at chat a sec. Hot. Yeah, it has been hot, man. Like, it's been so, been good, a bit busy, but good. Yeah, glad you're okay. I really am pleased you're okay. Okay, let's go back to the cab. Yeah, this summer, right? This summer has, I always say, like, I want to enjoy the summer, but it's been so hot that I feel like I've not really seen much of the summer because it's just been so bloody hot. Anyway, let's have a hot pizza. Shit, I think we need to sleep as well. Is that... No, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. We'll be okay. But no, it's great to see you, Sean. I know we've had a lot of fun times as many of us. I think Duality was on that as well. I think we had a lot of fun. I'm here to pick up the aircraft parts. I think we're going to take that. So it's this one here. I thought we were going to take this turbine. That's a shame. We're just taking this boring trailer. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it was a good crack, wasn't it? And hopefully we'll have some more of those times, you know. Yeah, hopefully we'll have some more. Okay, let's just jump out. I think my screen's frozen again as well. We're just over halfway through winter, which is cool because if you watch the beginning part of the video, I did this big monologue, this big intro of what this video represents, and we might have to, oh my god, remember kicking the door and it's like 3, 2, 1, and then, yeah, and then it's like, hold on a minute, what's that noise? It's like, oh god, and then the door was locked, wasn't it? Yeah, it was very cool indeed. But I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure we'll have more fun, you know, as time goes on. Like I said, everyone's been busy. It has been the summer, and you know, the winter months are coming. We're all going to curl up with all these new games that we got coming out. I'm sure we'll have a blast. As yet again, I've not got my coat on. So yes, if you weren't here for the beginning part of the stream and the big monologue story that we did right at the beginning, the reason we're doing this game is it's chapter 1, and it represents how hard YouTube is. You know, just like this game is. You know, it's a lot of messing about, and you know, it's yeah. I just thought it was very sort of like on point with chapter 1, but there'll be stories as we go through the chapters, and we'll bring different games and we'll just have a little bit of fun as well. I'm hoping, I don't want to give no spoilers away, but I'm hoping to do a multiplayer one as well, where we do, it might be around chapter 6 or 8, I can't remember now, I'll have to look at the thing, but all will become clear. We've got engine oil. I'm sure my engine oil is okay. My coolant is okay. And the radiator does not need repair. Okay, that's great. So, we'll jump in here. And, oh, crying out loud. See what I mean about the persistence of this game? My windscreen is frozen. So I need to go back up, lift the hood, grab hold of this windscreen. Right. So at least it's given us XP, and then we can work towards our military grade trailers then. So let's get those wipers on so to stop it freezing, and let's hit the road, right? So it's left out of here. Shame you can't pop your head out the window. I do miss that. And up in the 6th gear. Can't wait to play Truck Simulator when it comes out. I bet a lot of you are getting as well. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. You know, I think there'll be some people that only pick up one or the other, because obviously it's going to be a lot of DLC, and obviously the time that you have to put into the licenses and stuff. So it might be that, you know, you think, oh, do you know what, I'm going to do the big American roads, because obviously you're going to have Texas and Tennessee and all the states, of course, you know. So for some people it's going to be America is going to be the playground in which they want to do it. Some people it's going to be Euro Truck, but Euro Truck is is obviously a lot more windy roads, a lot more, you know. The American one is the big open roads, isn't it? And it's going to be some people that have both. I'm going to get both because it's for the channel, and I want to kind of hook up with you guys regardless of what you decide to go with. But I realise it's going to be quite I think the DLC, we're just talking about price keys. Yeah, it's a good point. You know, some will argue that it's some people will argue, yeah, Fat Cat's getting both as well, I don't blame you. Some people are going to argue that I've lost my train of thought. Fuck's sake. Yes, I got it. Some people are going to argue, yeah, £20 to £30. Right, here's my thing, right? Some people are going to argue that it's an old game. It's like 2011 or something like that. Don't quote me, but there's something around there, because I was with my ex playing it. And it's an old game, right? So you could argue that it's going to be between £20 and £30. I think that's quite reasonable. £35 is a good shout. But here's the thing, it's had to be reworked from the ground up. For the consoles, there's so much work has had to be put into it that I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't know. See, the thing is, when you look at all the DLC as well, DLC typically goes between 15 and 20 quid. So, I mean, it's really hard to say, because that's a lot of DLC for the American one. It's a lot of DLC for the, you know, it could be that the, I mean, will they release all the DLC? Well, will they? I don't know. It's so interesting to talk about, and I appreciate and would love your opinions on it. But, you know, they're designing the game to have complete parity with the PC. So, therefore, essentially, the game has to probably launch with all the DLC, right? I guess. Because it's going to run in parity with the PC. I don't know. Or is it only going to launch with maybe 2 or 3 DLCs? Is it going to launch with like £100 for all of it? Is there going to be various different tiers, as Keys just said there? Oh, as I just watched the road. There's so many pricing things that they could do for the game. And yeah, they will be bringing all DLCs, maybe not at launch though. Yeah, this is the thing. You know, but we're all guessing. You know, we're all guessing right now. Yeah, I even on price, I'm still don't know. I don't really have a hard, fast thing on the pricing, because I get that it's an old game, but I also get the fact that it has been quite hard work for them to bring it. You know, this is not. They're not going to bring some slop. Like, it's not going to be like thrown together, and you know, I think there's going to be a lot of love that goes into this. You know, we already know that mods are not coming on launch. I'm guessing multiplayer will come on launch. I'm guessing. But hopefully we'll get a bit of information from the Gamescom, you know, because they're there right now, you know. I don't know. Oh, that's quite a nice picture actually. But of course, you know, American Truck has Alaska as well, so you'll be able to drive through Alaska, which kind of makes this game redundant. Apart from obviously all the survival aspects and no mods either. I doubt Sony would allow real company. So like real companies mod. Yeah, I mean, I believe they're going to use mod.io, which obviously we've seen in SnowRunner, and there's over 300 mods on SnowRunner right now. But here's the thing: they're only vehicle mods. I haven't seen any lighting mods on SnowRunner. I've not seen any sound mods. So yeah, it's going to run through mod.io, I believe. But you know, so I think we're going to have the trucks there. But whether we'll have like, you know, mods that improve the graphics at all, it probably is going to be pretty base standard. So it can keep the quality. I mean, I have no idea. I'm guessing. But you know, at the end of the day, we're going to have Euro Truck and American Truck, and it's going to run fine. So we just got to put our trust in SCS. So that's my point about, is it going to be a 50 quid game because of the work that's gone into it? I might be completely wrong, you know. But I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, I guess time will tell. But it'll be great to get some news out of Gamescom, so they can, you know, so we can have something to cling on to. They're bringing out another police simulator. There's another game excited for. Okay, that's cool. I actually, I do own, you know, that, I forget what it's called now, that police game. I did play around with it actually, and you know, I wouldn't really bring it to the channel because I'm trying to stay pretty niche with the trucks and bikes. But and the other channel is more kind of like tactical shooters and like open world games. But you can't cover it all in these YouTube channels. You just can't. So and that's okay. You know, it means I get to enjoy those kind of games. You know, away. You know, I've been playing Lord of the Rings as well. That's pretty decent. I've enjoyed Lord of the Rings. And apparently we're going to get a few more remasters of those as well. But I'm looking forward to going to CEX on... Where am I going there? Saturday. I'm going to see if I can pick a few bits up. But I'll do a bit of filming as well, just for the members' videos. And I guess while we're on the road to 1K stream right now... Oh, obstacle on the road. If you are subscribed, then thank you. Thank you for being part of the SAS crew. It means the absolute world to me. If you're not subscribed and you kind of like your trucks and bikes, then it'll be amazing to have you here. It's a wonderful community. We stay pretty, you know, we're all cool. It's just genuinely, I think probably most of us are over 30, maybe. You know, and yeah, I feel very lucky to build a community. So if you're not subscribed and you kind of dig it, then do hit the subscribe button and be part of the crew. That'd be amazing. What's going on with chat? Do you know what? I'm wearing glasses, right? Whenever I get on camera and we do streaming on camera, you'll see my dorky glasses when I'm playing games. But I'm okay. Like when I pick up my phone, I've got to put my glasses on my head so I can. Fair enough. Did you hear about the PlayStation boycott? I did indeed. I did indeed. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? About I took part. 30 to 70 here, Steve. Yeah, I see ya. I see ya. So here's the thing, right? I took part in the funeral for Red Dead Redemption. the big kind of like, wear black for Red Dead because they never supported the game. Rockstar again, you know, a wonderful, wonderful IP. We have an outlaw simulator, if you like. Hook up with your friends. But what's the one thing you can't do on Red Dead Redemption 2 online? You cannot rob a bank. I mean, come on. Like, are you joking me? On Red Dead Online, back in the Wild West, you cannot rob a bank. Their Red Dead Online was so underserved. And so I am getting it. Yeah, I'm getting to the point of the blackout. So the point of my stand against Sony is that I don't think the blackout will do much. All you're doing is stopping, in my humble opinion, right? All you're doing is stopping your own enjoyment for a week. Yes, you can play offline, but I'm not going to not stream, So I decided I want to try and hit Sony where it hurts. So stopping my PSN. I've stopped my PSN. At the moment, it's still rolling, but it stops in about 2 weeks' time. I'm trying to hit their wallet. I'm really careful of some of the digital purchases I make on the store now, and it's not, I'm trying to be really mindful and see if I can get the physical copy instead of buying on the store. So I'm trying that's my protest. I'm trying to make hit them. Yeah, you'll stop 2 months ago. This blackout won't affect their money, won't affect their income, but £500,000 people, or even 100, so whatever it is now, PSN, is going to, it's going to wake them up a little bit. I think we've gotten to the stage now where they're earning so much money from games that they think that they can, drive the narrative all the way through. And the problem with the blackout is pointless. Sony doesn't care. Billions of people are still playing online. I cancelled my PS Plus when it's agreed. I think it's hitting their wallets, and some people will sort of say, oh well, it's the future and it's this. I kind of get that, right? I do get it. Change, as the great philosophers would say, change is a constant, and that's that, really. We already buy our music with digitally, although I'm trying to buy more of that physically now. The problem here you have is that when they pull 500 movies off the store, when they pull games off the store that are no longer, you've paid for them, and you go looking for them, you're like, hold on a second, where's that gone? That's where it becomes a real big problem. When you've parted with money and you go looking for it in your library and it's not there, that's where the problems start. And I think they're uncomprehensibly greedy bastards for for pushing us down this license route. What they essentially want, I don't know if anybody watches Worth a Buy, a great little rant. He proper rants. He's quite a cool guy. His name's Mac, and he talks about it. And he was talking about it recently, and he said what he can see coming in the next probably three years is that we will be the gaming library will just be like Netflix. So you will pay. Hang on seconds, I just looked for the road. You will pay. Crisis, bloody. You will pay. I know I can't see the road. That's the trouble in this snow. But it is part of the reason why we're... Anyway, go back onto Netflix, Katie, for crying out loud. You will pay, what, I don't know, £10 a month for the ability, just like Game Pass. And don't forget, Game Pass is taking a bit of a hiding at the moment. But just like Game Pass, you will pay £10 to £12 a month and have a library of games, and you'll basically stream them. Stream them, download them, whatever. However, whatever. And that's the model they want, because that way you never really own it. So it becomes like, suddenly it's just like music, just like my Apple Music. I look back over the last 10 years and think, holy cow, I've paid them, what, £10 a month, £100, £120 a year, over 10 years. They've had £1,000 out of me, and I've not owned a bloody thing. This is the point. So it's really sad. And the big problem about this, of course, is that they can regulate the pricing. They can regulate the pricing. And so, just like when you go on to Netflix right now, and I want to watch Lord of the Rings, which is 20 years old, I just fancy a lazy Sunday in my pyjamas, eating chocolate and watching Lord of the Rings. I can now no longer find that film. That film should be on the normal catalogue. It's so old. And they want to rent it to me for like £8. And I'm like, get fucked. I can buy that off of eBay for £8. So this is why I'm going to CEX on Saturday. And, if you listen to Mac on Worth a Buy, he has purchased a couple of DVD players, a couple of Blu-rays, and he's building his library of movies. And so this is why they stand against the digital gaming, because it loses the second-hand market, and they get to dictate their prices, for forever and a day. And I think this is the biggest problem here. And every time PlayStation put a post up, I put a spinning disc on there, and they must be sick of it by now. But I just think it's a sad. And going back to my little rant here, back to the beginning, change is a constant, and for some part we're just going to have to roll with it. But this is why I'm rebuilding my PS3 collection. I'm rebuilding my PS2 collection, because I just think it's I think it's a sad state of affairs, and I think I'm due a drink. I need to look at chat as well. This is what's going to happen on these trucking videos. I'm just going to talk. Let's drop it down a couple of gears, have a look at chat. Hold on. Let's just check this a second from Ken. Let's go from the top, actually. Right, let's have a look. Bloody kids, picking up from there. Let's go back a bit further. So Ken wrote, the blackout is pointless. Sony don't care. Millions of people are still online playing. I cancelled my PS Plus when they switched to the tiered bullshit. Really? Okay, that's interesting. But they have too many idiots who don't care and understand about game preservation. Completely agree. That's a generation thing. Let me just have a drink. Duality writes, I have no issues with digital if we own them. You are right there, Katie. It should be illegal to take away what people pay for. I think if they sorted that, I think I could accept the digital market a bit better, but I don't like the fact that they're going to have full autonomy over the pricing and only a single storefront. I think that's dangerous, but yeah, I see your point. Premium will be for AAA games. Yeah, I agree. You already see that with the Grand Theft Auto 6, where if you buy the standard version, you're locked out of so many different things of the game, and you have to put £100 down in order to get full access to the game, which essentially is the full game. If you want the full game, you've got to pay £100. Keith says they'll start putting adverts in games soon, and you'll have to pay extra not to have them. If that happens, I think my gaming days might be done. Drives me crazy when we're looking at watching Amazon and stuff with... Ken writes, this generation of consoles is my last. And exactly, look, RDR2, that game's been out for 8 years. It's $20 or cheaper in the store, but that's $60 for the digital version. There you go. That's literally it in a nutshell. Dean is swearing, so the comment didn't show. Let's see if I can show it. Hold on a second. We have to keep on at them, always on at the comments. And Sean Defo. Right, let's get back to a bit driving. So yeah, so it's interesting times right now. It really is. And we're just going to have to see. And the biggest problem here is that gaming is so good for my mental health. Like, the community, you guys, are so good for my mental health. You know, because we get to enjoy our hobby together. So just check this round. You know, gaming has always been that best friend of mine, you know? And greed and corporations and shareholders are taking over. And I think that's why gamers are getting really vocal about it, you know? I think that's why there's such a stink about it, because I don't think they realise the import. This is not films. Games are not films, you know. We spend hundreds and thousands of hours in our games, you know, be it Skyrim, be it GTA 5 or whatever. You know, we spend hundreds and thousands of hours in these things, and that they keep us sane. They take us away from the world, and so it cannot be marketed like the film industry. It's nothing like it. And we're just gonna have to see. But you know, have some take a little bit of solace of the fact that gamers will shout and scream, and if anything happens like this digital storefront, I think Mac was talking about it, then it leaves an opportunity for another gaming company like Sega, Nintendo, Amiga, Spectrum, call it what you will, you know, even Steam, to come up with, I know they got their console and stuff, but what I'm trying to say is that if the demand is there, you may see another console come out that then leans into the physical thing. So again, we go back to picking up manuals and maps, and we get to hold those things in our hand again, you know. So it's not all over yet. The Fat Cats, apart from Fat Cat, but I'm talking about the conglomerates, Fat Cats of the of the world. They won't win in the end, because in the end, heart will lead the way. Love and look at me going on a bit of a preach. Love and heart will lead the way, and I don't think I hope anyway that that in some way or another something happens where we're able to kind of go back and pick. I bloody love having I've got a mountain now of PS3 games. I've got a handful of PS2, a handful of PS4, because like I said, I've been quite open that, I've been rebuilding. And I love getting a game through the post now and opening up an old school manual on my PS3 and looking at the map, and I just love it with a passion, Anyway, let's check this map and let's check the chat and let's grab a drink. Okay, that's someone's first said about normally the opposite. Sorry for swearing. That's okay, Fat Cat. Well, if you could just spend, I don't know, what should we give him, guys? Should we give him just 2 minutes on the naughty step, if you don't mind, Fat Cat? Just for swearing, but it will be noted on the naughty register. Ken's right. Same here, KT. I turn the game on and tune out the world for a little bit. Absolutely. I have no other vices, says Duality. I don't do drugs, drink, gamble. This is my escapism of bullshit that's going on in the world right now. Fat Cat says true. Over 1,500 hours in RDR2. I think I'm level, like, on my online 130 rank on my Series S. And actually, Red Dead runs really well on the Series S, I gotta say. And I probably have around 1,000 hours on my PS5. Duality, you are absolutely right. Physical is beautiful. Yeah, no, it really is. Right, okay. How far are we off our drop? Okay, we're going down to pretty much a southern point, actually. Let's just check this. And we should probably check all our health and that. We're doing okay. We're waffling away. So, guys, we have T minus 1 hour and 55 minutes on the stream. Not 1 hour. We've got 1 hour and 6 minutes. I'm going to probably end around 9 o'clock. That's in case I don't run out of my voice because I'm talking for 3 hours. But this is chapter 1. And we might actually pull over and do. Oh, I'm just wondering if there's any sightseeing we can do. Because you've got these blue ones and they go purple, don't they? No. After this drop, we'll pull over and we'll go through my monologue once more, just for the people that missed it. But we'll travel on down. But I'm very grateful joining me here on this Thursday night. Like I said, this is going to be a regular thing right now. I've got 12 chapters planned. And each chapter is going to be slightly different. And hopefully they won't be boring. And we'll just come in and, you know, anybody who wants to come in and have a waffle, you're most welcome. As we grab another gear. But yeah, that's the thing. Whenever you're like streaming a game with a story, you know, you get to have a break. You can sort of talk about the... obviously the game takes over, but with trucking, you kind of just have to, you know, waffle, you know, yeah, which thankfully I'm actually quite good at. So it looks like we're going to need some sleep soon, but I think I might be able to get to a drop. Let's use our indicators for the first time on this stream. But yeah, I can't wait to truck through Tennessee and, you know, even the UK. Actually, the UK's all been reworked. I did see I did see a screenshot of driving past Stonehenge. I can tell you, from someone who drives past Stonehenge every 12 weeks, because I go back home and I go back on the 303. It still looks like nothing like it, because the road layout is way different to what they have on there. But it's a nice little touch that you go past the Stonehenge. But hopefully we'll have, like, what's the not King of the North, Angel of the North. I think that's at Gateshead. I wonder if they've got that on the UK. I think they had Ireland as well, so you could go to Ireland, which would be quite cool. But yeah, the future of gaming. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? You know, it's it's scary, the future of gaming, and it's also quite bright. There's a lot of good stuff happening as well. We're just going to have to roll with it, you know, I think. So turning right here. Says we're 200 miles out. We did actually do a fuel's okay. The cops are there. So look for the road. Let's have a look at it. That's what was it, King or Ken saying about the road. I think it's so difficult to see the road sometimes. Oh, right here. Is that right? No, hold on a second. The trouble is so difficult to see, which is probably what it would be actually. Let's just back this up here. So I'm not sure if we'll make it out of oh, grab a gear, Katie. I don't know if we'll make it out the winter, but it's kind of like I said, I'll read the monologue in a second. Is it a monologue? I think that'll be quite, yeah, because that'll be at the 2 hour mark then. You can't beat a good waffle, says Steve. Yeah, no, I do like a good waffle. It's good, you know. It's yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Water Park Sim is really good. Xbox Now after a patch. It's hard to see the right. It's very hard to see it again. Yeah, I mean, you'll have to head over to the Fat Cat Caravan if you want to see any simulators like that. We just don't do it on the channel for a water park sim. Although I have been having a laugh at some of the videos with the physics and stuff. Did make me laugh and chuckle. So it says we're 182 miles out. Let's go back up the top again. There we go. At least it's not snowing anymore. We don't really get snow in the UK anymore. You know, last couple of winters, we're lucky if we get a flurry, to be honest with you. The weather has definitely changed. Like, you know, wherever you want to call it global warming or whatever, but the seasons have shifted and, you know, I think the weather has changed. I remember as a kid, we'd get like proper snow. Like, you'd open up the door and there'd be like a foot of snow. And I don't recall seeing that for years now. Like I said, you know, we were talking about driving a bus in the snow. Back in, I reckon it was 2011. I reckon it was around there, 2010 or 11. And I remember that being some, like a good downpour of snow. But, yeah, right now we just need to wait for a nice little bus game that comes out that I'm really happy with. And we'll tell some stories. But I'm in no rush. You know, right now we're just growing the channel. Oh, we're tired. Is it worth pulling? Hang on a second, let's just check. It's a little place there. Might pull over in this town and we'll get some sleep. And we'll tell a story. That's what we'll do. Do you know, we've not come across one obstacle, by the way. And we'll grab some food as well. I quite like this view. This view is quite nice. I never understood. You know, we've got all the dials here. We've got speedo, that's completely fine. We've got this here. But what you've got inside here is you're doubling the information. Bottom left hand corner, you've got a sat nav. Well, we've got one on the dashboard. You don't need to double it. And the rev counter is all fairly decent on the dashboard. So you don't need to double it. You know, I never really understood that. As we might need to drop down a gear, actually. But yeah, you know, graphically, it's I don't know, what do we think graphically? It's not going to win any awards, but it's okay. Like, you know, maybe I'm too generous with this game. Maybe I think it's quite deep. Yeah. So we're going to look for the town. We're going to pull over, and I'm going to go and find my little intro again, and we'll read through it. I think I wrote it, and I like it. And each week there'll be a new one. And And yeah, it's very cool. So it's getting dark out there. It's 8 o'clock, man. I'm looking out the window, and it's getting dark already. That actually gives away one of my streams, actually. So, like I said, there's going to be different types, but stick with me. So you got to watch some of the downhill sections, because that trailer will come back around on you and jackknife. As we come up the hill, I don't think a town is too far off now. But we actually we did a video where we drove from the northern part of the map all the way to the bottom. And I think it took about an hour and a half, or an hour and 20 minutes to go from the top to the bottom. So, you know, it's a fairly decent map size. I'll be curious how long it takes to go from one side of the map to the other on Euro Truck and American Truck. That will be an interesting video. Right, let's slow up a little bit as we come into the town. I'm going to look for a place to pull over. We've got no traffic, so I'm going to worry too much about it, really. There's the town. Let's just pull over on the side of the road here. Cool. Okay. And what we're going to do is jump back in the truck. Just going to turn that off a minute. Turn the lights off. And what we're going to do is we're going to head to bed in a second. But I'm going to tell a story. Let's just have a quick look at the chat. What's going on? Oh, crikey, it's quite a bit of chat. Even if people save disc, eventually there will be nothing to play them on anyway. I guess we're just going to have to see. Ken said that's why this console generation is my last keys. Yeah. Jailbreaking will win in the end. Always does. Duality. Hey, FC, you probably beat most Red Dead fans on Skyrim. So it's all good, lol. Yeah, we play more of what we like, of course. We're all different. We all like different things. We're all gamers, and we're all adults, you know, so we can absolutely respect people's 5k in Skyrim. Well, there you go. Steve, you love a good waffle. Good. Well, that's definitely what we do here on Slow and Steady. Duality, one console version, FC, all combined. Wow, don't know. I think again that's just like the burgers in Demolition Man when Sylvester Stallone is unfrozen and he wakes up and there's only one burger chain. You never, ever want one burger chain. You always want competition, which is why I think Tox 2 are important in the trucking space, because you want people pushing the boundaries, you know, in different spaces. Fallout N. What's this? 277 since MySpace days. MySpace. Apparently they're bringing MySpace back, which I don't know. Okay, so let's get to the story then. So I read this out at the start, and maybe you weren't here, but this is why this stream is important to me right now, and this is what we're doing. So, g'day, and welcome to another Slow and Steady video here on the channel. Welcome to Chapter 1 of the Road to 1K. As we start to yawn. Tonight, we begin a journey that's going to take us through the next 12 weeks. 12 chapters, 12 live streams, and ultimately, one destination. 1,000 subscribers. And I thought there was no better place than to begin that journey here in Alaska. Tonight, we're heading into the ice and the snow and the isolation of Alaskan Road Truckers. It's about preparation. It's about patience. It's about dealing with whatever the road puts in front of you. And sometimes it's simply keep on moving on when conditions get difficult. This is why I chose this game for chapter 1. Because in many ways, this is what starting a YouTube channel from scratch can feel like. At times, it can feel isolated. You can put hours into creating something and wonder whether anybody is watching. You have days where progress feels slow. And there are times where you have to question whether the destination is actually getting any closer. But you keep going. You learn, you adapt, you take the next mile, and you eventually, those miles start to add up. That is what slow and steady gaming is about for me. Right now we're hitting around 900 subscribers, which blows my mind. But rather than simply looking at that number and saying, right, let's get to 1K, I wanted to make the journey itself mean something. So over 12 chapters we'll have 12 stories, different games, different challenges, different roads, different adventures, and hopefully a lot of moments that we'll look back and have a laugh on. Certainly the start of this chapter was dead funny. But this isn't just my journey, it's yours as well. I'm grateful for you being here and helping me grow. Every person watching tonight is part of it. Whether you've been here since the early days, whether you've just discovered the channel, or whether you're chatting in a stream, watching quietly, or, because without you, there is no road to 1K, and I'm grateful. So tonight, this is what we're doing. Hard, isolated, lonely, but getting there, slow and steady. I wrote that. Anyway, let's go back to the chat. How long have you got me for? Never 50 minutes if we make it that far. Hey, what up, Max? How's it going, man? I'm a Wendy's guy myself as far as hamburger places. Love it. We do have Wendy's in the UK right now, and they're mighty fine. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. Let's get back on the road. No, what we're doing is we're going to sleep. But yeah, apply the handbrake before we fall. No, I don't want to go outside. Get back in. It's too cold. Okay. As we jump in the cabin. 50 minutes to go. So here we are. We're transporting air parts right now. We've got to take it to Jet Blast. We'll grab some food. What have we got kicking around? Mac and cheese. That's a bit rancid for a breakfast, I think. Let's go with a soup, maybe. Which I'm guessing you don't microwave. You do microwave the soup. Okay. I'll try and keep up with chat, guys. I need a second screen. Right, let's grab that out. And let's get to the front. Get a truck started. I bet the screen's frozen. Got problems with the... bloody hell. Every time you sleep, something goes wrong with the truck, doesn't it? Let's have something to eat, which is the soup. As they put a pizza to their mouth, but it doesn't matter. Let's go back and just... I don't know how long we've got. Oh, we're minus 3 hours. It doesn't matter. This is slow and steady for a reason. We don't care. We'll take the headlights. Oh, we haven't checked the headlights for a while. We'll take the fuses. We'll take engine oil. Let's swap that one out. We won't need a toolkit. We've had no problem with tyres. Let's get those wipers going. They're frozen, so we need to scrape the windshield. This is why I thought it would make a good little chapter 1, because it's just hard, and YouTube is hard. That was the idea behind it, basically. So let's open up the hood. Let's do that screen blast actually. We'll check the air filter. It will help with a little bit of XP as we work towards our military license. Mechanical XP, I'll take that. Okay, let's have a quick look. Did I bring some oil with me? I did. We'll put a little bit of oil in, not too much, about halfway. That's all it needs. Let's have a look what else we've got. The coolant, we'll top it up a little bit. We don't want to top it all the way up. About 3/4 is fine. We'll grab the radiator. Oh, I missed that completely. We try that again. Oh, bloody hell, it's tiny. Come on, my eye. So I got my glasses on. Okay, 125 mechanical XP. I think that's about it. Oh, and the screen, wasn't it? Let's do that a second. Beautiful. I love how we can walk in the snow and make silly pictures. No, we're not going to do the obvious in the snow. Let's not do that right now. Okay, let's get started. Just check chat before we leave. This game is so immersive. It really is, Max. I do rate it. I think when I did my top 5, I think this come in at number 2. I just couldn't give them the number 1 spot because of how they treated the consumers, the people who bought this game. They went radio silent, and I couldn't give them the number 1 spot because of that reason. Yeah. Fat Cat says, okay, I'll go grab some sleep. Thanks for the laughs. Great stream. Good luck to you, KT. You'll get there, no fear. I appreciate that, Dean. Obviously, if you're new in the chat and you've never headed over to Fat Cat Caravan, do head over. A wonderful YouTuber who's given me advice along the way. So, do go check out his channel. That'd be grand. Have a nice evening. Yeah. Take care, Fat Cat. Take care, Dean. Okay, let's get on the road. You've got me for another 45 minutes. So let's get out on there. Oh, as we come around, like I said, we'll be back next week with another chapter. So just find the road. And out we go. Let's go up a couple of gears. Oh, let's have some lights, wipers. But yeah, it is. Oh, do I play the XCOM games? Rainbow Six Tactics is coming. Great question, Keys. I did see that on Gamescom, and I was like, it's not really my cup of tea. I mean, this is coming from someone who played Command and Conquer back in the day, and I loved it. Maybe I need to give it another chance. But I've never really been a fan of the XCOM games, and I don't think I'll be a fan of the Rainbow Six one. Although it does look more interesting, this tactical Rainbow Six type vibe. You know what you do need to do, Keith? You need to have a channel so I can come and watch you play it. So I can make an opinion on it. It could go up on the other channel, Slow and Steady 364 Plus. We could put it up there because it's potentially tactical. So I could pick it up and have a go. So never say never. I'm going to be covering the game Crossfire over there. I'm also going to be covering... Well, are we going to get a new Tom Clancy game now? Probably not. I did do some of the Last Rites, which I've got to do more of. I'm probably going to be live streaming on the other channel at some point over the weekend. Because I've got a nice long weekend this weekend. I really did enjoy the iRacing. There was someone in the chat who said to me, Katie, are you going to be bringing track racing, car racing to the channel? It's always been a thought to bring some racing. I think the only way I can do it is take it to my playground channel and do it on my other channel, because it will mess up the algorithm here. So I could potentially do some, some sim racing over there. There is talk about Gran Turismo 8. I don't know if you've seen anything about it. It's been a while since we had GT7, and there is some rumours around GT8. I would love to see it around building a car. Like, Keys, we were looking at Rims Racing, and we were looking at how you had to buy all the parts and fix them and stuff like that. I don't think Gran Turismo would do it. But I would love to see a bit of a more organic building a race team for the single player. They've got all that beautiful cars, and they've got, all those licensed tracks. I would pay another 50 quid on Gran Turismo 7 just to have a really deep single player experience on GT. And I can't be the only one. I do like my racing. Obviously, I race motorbikes on this channel. But I do like car racing as well, Apparently, Apparently, latest GT7 messed up the physics. I did see that. I follow a couple of people. I follow Rory Alexander. I think he's a lovely, genuine guy. Rory Alexander. And I also follow a girl called Tiny Turnip. Or Tiny Turnip. And I think she was doing like a full 360 of the wheel, and it's like an arcade now. Yeah. Which is shocking, really, because they've got the resources. You wouldn't imagine that would ever happen, But, I don't know if I'm a hardcore sim racer. Like, I do like them. But, hopefully as this channel grows, I've actually bought a PS5 camera. So I will be coming on the camera as well. And I would love to have a permanent wheel set up. So we can have a proper rig and stuff. But these are all pipe dreams right now. I've just got to, I live in a small house, and, but we're having a go. We've built the channel, and we're having a go. And that's the important thing, And if I get to build a little community along the way, and I want to do some multiplayer events. So there's something big that we're unlocking at 1,000 subscribers. You might have seen it in the post. We unlock a little extension to the SAS crew. As I just look for this. So there is something I'm working on. I don't know if it's going to be successful. I don't know. But it's going to be an extension to what we do right now, just videos. It's going to be a little bit more interactive. So I am working on it, and it's close. As soon as we get to 1,000, we'll unlock it and sort of give it a go. Because already I've had, let me think, was it Steve? Might have been Steve. Wanting to do a multiplayer on iRacing Arcade. And also Jordan messaged me and said, Katie, so we've got 3 people on the grid. I know it's arcade, but the point is that there's an opportunity here to do some multiplayer stuff, So I will keep you all posted on developments. Obviously, these things take time. They take sort of, to set it all up and all the rest of it. But, I will try and do something. So, we get the most points for reversing into there. Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, honestly, I've got something up my sleeve. It's coming. Um, I just need to work it out how best to implement it, so it doesn't become overcrowded. It stays friendly. All of these things I need to consider. It doesn't turn into anything toxic because I won't stand for it. It just needs to be a really cool club, you know. And so that's what I'm working on right now. But it's just, if I'm honest with you, it's been about 6 months in the making. But I do need to put a bit of time into it. Not doing the best here. But, that's why the second channel was launched. So it can open up more genres. So we can do... Yeah, yes, I love trucking. I love trucking. And that's what the main channel's about, along with the motorbikes. But, the other channel gives us the ability to do all kinds of things, Okay, let's jump out the truck. But I'm grateful to you all for joining me this evening. I do appreciate it. As I just waffle along, let's put the stands down. Okay. I'm also going to be doing something for Mind. The charity Mind. I think mental health is important. I've suffered with it from in various points of my life. So I want to do a stream for Mind as well. But I'm still working on that as well. So, watch this space and, I don't want this channel to go anywhere. I want to keep building it. So I'll pop that there. It's why the schedule is important, because it keeps... The schedule is like a TV guide, and that's why that's important, Okay, that's done. And let's just grab here a second. Let's just check up on chat. Slow and Steady for the other channel. Exactly. Well, the other channel is actually called Slow and Steady, the same as this one, but it's called Plus. Apparently latest... Oh, yeah, that's right. Update. I watched... Oh, okay, I don't know who that racer is. Tidney. I'm not buying a biker's jacket. Why not, Keys? They're the coolest thing. I've got 3 biker's jackets. And I love them. Right, okay, let's pull out of here. I would love a motorbike. And honestly, if I become a millionaire, I would cover it on the members' videos of me taking my bike license. And I would literally do a little blog of me getting my bike license. That would be amazing. But all these things could happen, Right, let's go and see. But I quite enjoyed going to the bike show the other day. It's up on the members' videos, and I bought myself a bacon butty. I bought myself a coffee. I sat down with the bikers. And I was walking around looking at all the antique bikes and stuff. It was really cool. Okay, so how did we get on then? That was hard. Parking was 5. Payment was, well, £7,000. Parking bonus, cargo penalty 0. It's fine. We were late, by the look of it, by 5 hours. But we never worry about time. I don't worry about time. Okie dokie, so that's complete. So, right, do you mind if I just have a kip in your yard? Because I probably need something to eat. Although I look pretty good, actually. No, we could probably take something. So what have you got kicking around? I've got another half an hour. So you've got aircraft parts as well. we could take an engine. Tell you what, let's have a quick look at the map. What? Do it if you want to reach. Do it to reach 1K. What? Take my bike license. I'd love to. Honestly, I think they're so goddamn sexy. But my mum would kill me. My partner would kill me. They'd kill me before the bike does, to be honest. Which is quite funny. Let me just grab the curtains a minute, because it's very, very dark outside. Spoiler, we will be doing a night stream as well. So we'll be doing this mostly at this time to do the chapters, but we'll be doing a night stream, which will be dead funny as well. So let me just shut those curtains up. It's like you're literally with me. Okay, let's settle back down. Right, what's the crack then? What's occurring? So we're on the southern part of the map. We have got aircraft engines, which I don't really want to take another one. We've got aircraft parts. Give me something interesting. We've got, maybe that's like a curtain trailer. That'd be quite cool. General goods. Conveyor belts. I think I would like, let's just check the, yeah, we're miles off getting this third skill point. Absolutely miles away. Because look at the, you can see, you know, that yellow bar, how far we're off. So it'll be a while since we get the military, you know. So what else was there? Was there anything, what about over in the next city? Oh, I don't know. See, the trouble is, I mean, there's a good amount of loads here, really. But at the end of the day, it's just a trailer, isn't it? You know, I know there's a lot of excitement. I'm going to go here. Around Euro Truck and American Truck. But it is trucking. And if trucking's your cup of tea, then great. But if it's not, it's going to be a bit boring for you. You know, I think that's the element of trucking. You know, it's going down the asphalt. But I do enjoy it, and I genuinely look forward to the fact that we can roll out together. And it won't necessarily always be on a stream, so we can be on the mic and we can talk about life and stuff, you know. So that's the idea. And we'll just sort of see how it all goes. So let's head and pick up this load. We've got half an hour to go. Might be able to get the load done as well. Get the hammer down. But it's been a proper cold, icy, snowy stream, isn't it? You know, which is kind of the point, because of chapter 1 of basically being YouTube, you know, being quite hard at the beginning, you know, and that was the point of this chapter, you know. But I am a little bit late with my Red Dead video. I know Ken likes them in the chat, so I do appreciate it, Ken. That'll be going up. I'm probably going to get that done the weekend, and I might shoot 2, so the next one goes out on Wild West Wednesday next week. And there's a biking video going up as well. But yeah. But I was really quite surprised that Road Kings is not coming out until March. I did think that they would be dropping that before that, really. What's that? I'm down to... Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So I think I'm having chat come up on my screen that was an hour ago for some reason. But we've had a good waffle today. You know, we've had a bit of a rant. And again, as we look for this turning, it's here, isn't it? It'd be really cool if we could pick up a curtain cider. I think that'd be quite cool. But the rain on this game, I think, looks okay. I think considering there's such a small team, this game, we've had no trouble playing it for 2.5 hours. Like I said, some people don't like it, and that's completely fine. So it's here on the left somewhere. Cool, that literally all popped in then. Oh, this is kind of cute. Look at us pulling in here. Let's go to third person. Look at this. Got like a canopy as we come in. Okay, so where is our guy? Let's reverse park. But yeah, these windows are so difficult. Oh, there he is over there, look. I see him. He's over here. Okay, we'll pull up here. And we'll leave all the engine running actually. We've got just over a half tank of fuel. We are coming to the end of winter almost. So what have you got for me? You have got it's got the miles there as well. Distance 567 miles, 565, 347. It's going to have to be the motor oils and lubricants, which you should probably have an ADR license for. We'll grab that one there. Right, where's the trailer then, boss? All the way down there at the bottom. So should we try and back it up using the mirrors? If I can try and get them up. Is it hold left on the D-pad? I hate this when you've got multiple functions for the the different actions. You use the same button for multiple functions. Right, in reverse gear. Now, let me think. It was probably this way. It's why you want to pop your head out the bloody window. Have a quick look around. I think it's that one there. So just watch this tank here. What I'm going to have to do is what you would generally do is just put the handbrake on and have a look. We've backed up. I'm not too sure where it is. Yeah, it's there. It is right. So it's alongside those tanks. So we just need to keep backing it up in level with this building. We should be able to be true with that trailer. So handbrake off, and we'll keep backing it up. Again, can't quite see it. I might just pull out a little bit. It's that one there, isn't it? There it is. It's in my right mirror there. Try and get it in the left so I can see it in the left. Oh, crikey. There it is. Look, it's just come up on the next to the steering wheel. There you go. It's quite cool doing it in first person sometimes, to be fair. Nice. So it's not a curtain cider. Considering we got oil in there as well. Let's lock it up. We'll leave the stands down just for a bit of safety, and we'll grab the cables, which I think is a great little addition. Oh, don't want to switch side. Some people find it boring or repetitive, but I quite like it. I don't think I've ever really got bored of it. As we grab this one here. Beautiful. And now we'll grab that. So it's all hooked up, it's all safe, it's all locked in. And now we'll bring up the legs. Okay. So look at chat. You can also look at the, Ken said, you can also look at the arrow at the bottom of the screen. Do you know what, Ken? I need to look for that next time I back that up. I should do that. I will look out for that. That's a great great advice. Thank you. You have a lot more patience than me, Keys. But I hope you're well though, Keys. It's always good to see you. Right. Let's get the hammer down. We've got 20 minutes to get this done. Let's have a quick look at the map and see if we can see where we're heading. Oh, literally straight over the top, look. All the way into the Valdez. This should be a breeze. Certainly after the bumpy start that we had at the beginning of the video. I couldn't even find the way out of the place, could we? Right, it was underneath the canopy, wasn't it? It was underneath the canopy, Katie. So let's roll out through here. Oh, mind that bloody... Look at that. There's a bloody... hold on a second. Look at that. There's a bloody floodlight there. Suddenly thought I was going to do a Jeremy Clarkson for a minute. If anybody watches Clarkson's Farm. He was... so grab a couple of gears. Some people might not even like Clarkson, but his Clarkson's Farm, he was sowing, or he was cultivating a field. I think he was doing, and he was talking to the camera, and he cropped. Wasn't a pylon. I think he cropped a telegraph pole. With the side of the bloody cultivator, and yeah, we almost did that to that floodlight then. But this is the immersion you get from using the in-game view, isn't it? Let's just check this a second. It's right up here. But if you are still with me and you've joined me since the beginning, a big shout out to you. Thank you for listening to me waffle. We've covered many topics here this evening, from obviously putting the world to rights with the current gaming situation, talking about the possible release date and the price of Euro Truck, and we've also been talking about lots of things really. But this is Trucking Thursday, and these are the Road to 1K videos that we're going to do. But yeah, I think third person, there's some people that will diss it, I think, but I think it has a certain charm. I think it has big ambitions, this game. I think it's got... I think it's quite, yeah. And they don't get me wrong. There's still patches that need fixing with it. With the coat that, have we got a coat on right now? It says no, but if we go here, I bet we're wearing it. Yeah, equipped. So we'll unequip the coat. There's still that bug. I think the traffic still drives into the back of you. So there's still problems with this game, really. But we should, well, I don't think we'll quite do it. Next time we sleep, so just look for the road, we're coming very close to coming out of winter. Which, as I said before, is the idea of why I chose this game to do chapter 1 of the start to road to 1K. So it's done 13,000. I swear we've done more than that, to be honest with you. But it's still quite cool. I like it. So I hope you can have a good bank holiday weekend. I'm actually off tomorrow. But are you up to much? Like I said, Saturday I'm going to CEX. I want to go and see if I can pick up Lord of the Rings, and I might do a bit of filming for the members video, maybe. Sunday I am having a pajama day. I am not doing anything apart from gaming on Sunday. And then Monday we're doing a big barbecue, and we're having some friends round. Oh, I love how the gear stick as well. We've got an 8-ball gear stick down here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's grab another gear. And another one. Yeah, you got to see it. But I love the fact the interaction. Look at our feet. So that's actually lobbing our foot on the brake. You can see accelerate on the right, brake in the middle, clutch on the left hand side. And so if we go down a gear, you'll see her put her clutch in on the left hand pedal. See that? Again, clutch goes down. How many other games do that? Where you can see the clutch pedal going down. And we'll go back up into first gear. And as we accelerate, you'll see her right foot go down. See? Grab a gear. Left foot goes down. And again, bloody brilliant. That's the kind of details that you don't see in other games. Even like Heavy Cargo and On the Road, fabulous games. Trucks look great. Animation of the driver in there is quite good, but it's not as good as this. You know, it's the little things, I think, that make the game. But like I said, I couldn't quite give this my number one spot. And the only reason they didn't get it really was because of how they communicate to the the consumers, the people that buy the game. You know, you buy a game and expect it to run, and when that doesn't happen and radio silence happens, you've got to question, you know, their morality. Is that right? Morality? Their morals, yeah, morality. So let's get the hammer down. We have got about 15 minutes until the end of the stream. It's going to go till 9 o'clock. That's a decent stream for us actually, because I normally do between an hour and 2 hour stream, and I wanted to make this road to 1K a little bit. I wanted to go the extra mile, so I wanted to put in a 3 hour stream. But it's a lot of talking for 3 hours, you know. I think that will be the difference with the camera. I was saying earlier that I bought a PS5 camera. I haven't really set it up yet because I haven't really got the space and the background and all the rest of it, right? But I think that will mean that I won't need to talk quite so much because we'll be on the camera. So it'll be a bit more interactive. But you've got to feel the noise because essentially you're just looking at a truck game. And of course we gather quite a bit of speed into this town. Where's the bloody road? But all these things will come as we grow, you know. Yeah, it will just come, and we'll grow, and I'll get a better mic. I know Duality was talking about the mic. I must go back and get that comment actually, because he mentioned about green. So I think I'm overdue a good mic on this channel. I've been using a headset for 1.5 years. We have nearly 500 videos, 900 subscribers. You guys deserve a little bit of quality, you know, out of a 1K channel, you know. So that's my ambition, just to sort of like make things a little bit better as we go. So bloody hell, we're a few miles out though. as we lose a little bit of speed, you can hear that engine, those revs kind of dying down as we come up this hill. So I might go down a gear. And again. Okay, we're on top of the hill now, so you can hear those revs pick up. I don't care for the automatic gearbox on this game. It sort of bounces between gears and it drives me crackers. So I'd rather have a manual gearbox so I can regulate the gears a little bit better, you know. I am playing on a controller tonight. It's very accessible on the manual gears. Obstacle on the road. We've not had an obstacle yet. So we'll keep rolling on through. That mileage doesn't seem to be... I'm just going to check something. Now and again... See, look at this. Yeah. It's saying that we had... Let me check the mileage again. So just above the navigation on the left-hand side, you can see it says 348 miles. Another bug. But we're here, right? I don't think that's 300 miles. So it might be. So if we click on set default route, it will erase the back of the GPS. Like that. So now you can see that we've only got like down through Glen Allen and into Valdez. And so when we go back, you can see that we've got 202 miles, not 348. So that is another bug in this game. And this game's been out a couple of years now. So I do wonder on what state New Beginnings is going to land in. And lo behold them, because when they released this game, I didn't have a YouTube channel. And if they release a broken game and they go quiet and they take our money again, I am going to have a voice. And I am going to call it out. Not because I'm anyone special, but because I'm a consumer. You know, I'm someone that's paying for games. And someone that gets cheesed off with some of the games that get released in a broken state. So I'm going to have a voice. And we'll sort of see. You know, we'll see how it all goes. Let's just check here in a second. Oh, you're still in the chat. Hi, Duality. What was that microphone I need to take a look at? How do people do it 24 hours? I'll never know. I think the longest I did was 9. Hang on a second. Right, let's pull over at Abyss in the chat. I gotta get myself a screen, or at least a bloody like a tablet, you know, so I can see the chat a bit better. You can also look at the arrow at the bottom of the screen. We did that. Steve Dice Man, I've never noticed the dots on the sat nav. You're behind or in front. Yeah, it's like a bug. So sometimes, like, it will say that you're doing like 300 miles away, but when you look at it, you need to go in and set default route, and it will reset and calibrate the proper drop off. Like, you know, Ken says I might jump into Alaskan Road Truckers after your stream. it's you know, don't get me wrong. You've got to lower your bar in order to enjoy the game, you know. But there is a game here. There is some depth to it, you know. Duality says, how do people do it for 24 hours? What do you mean, like stream? I don't think I could stream for 24 hours. Although maybe we might do one for the charity, for Mind. It was a thought of doing like a 12-hour stream, you know, just to raise some money for the charity. We might do that. Kenneth said it's a sat nav bug. Mine has done that before. Oh, he knows. Yeah. My apologies. Haven't played it in a few months. Duality says green mic. Okay, I need to check that out. Oh, so you're pulling away in 9th gear, man. and it just pulls off in the snow. If anything, there is a diff lock on this game as well. You'd think that you'd want to be using a diff lock if you've pulled over in the snow and you're on a bit of a hill. Like I said, they had some great ideas with this game, and some of those ideas have not been implemented brilliantly. But you know, New Beginnings looks okay. I mean, you know, it's rebuilding a town, isn't it? You've got like mission givers. I think it's probably going to be about, I don't know. It's not going to be, maybe it will be. But at least this, you can go on and on and on and deliver loads for the rest of your life if you wanted to on this game. I wonder whether New Beginnings is going to have a story arc, much like Truck Driver, American Dream, and once you've completed the story, the same with Road Kings. Once you've completed the story, it's then going to be done. You know, so it's not going to have like a big, like Euro Truck and American Truck. You're always going to come back to it. You know. Who knows? We're 152 miles. We got 4 minutes left on the stream, but we can't possibly end the stream without dropping the load off at least. So we're going to stay on and oh, what's this? A second? That's Max. Max. What you saying, Max? You are special. Bless you. You give 100% of your money pounds for the game. You should get 100% of a working game. Absolutely. So you and everyone else is special because they want 100% of our earnings. Yeah, I think, you know, I never want to, on this channel, I never, ever want to be a YouTuber, if you call me that, I don't know, that blows smoke up their ass, you know. I don't want to, oh yeah, this is the best thing since sliced bread, this is, you know, the sounds are amazing, and the truck looks amazing, and the, you know, the world looks, I'm not going to be one of those gamers, like, I can't, because at the very heart, plus I'm old, right, I just want to say what my honest opinion is. And so, like you know, you're paying whatever pounds, £100, £50 for a game. I feel like you're entitled to your opinion, you know. And of course, everyone's opinions differs, and that's completely fine. I completely get that. You know, what's good for one is not good for another. You know, what some people like, other people don't. And that's all completely justifiable, you know. But I always want to be honest about what my opinion is, you know. But yeah, so 127, let's get the hammer down now then. So I got 4 days off now, and I kid you not, my work has been doing my bloody head in recently. And this, right now, talking to you guys, doing a stream, doing some trucking, is exactly what I need. Of course, we do have the radio station on this game as well. It does connect to the truck stop radio. I wonder if we could turn it on a minute. Okay, fuck it. Let's just put it on. I'm going to get a copyright for this, but, you know, it's nice that you could put the radio on. Oh, God almighty, is that a tree? Anyway, let's turn that radio off because I will get a copyright strike. But you've got the radio there, and it's not just any radio, it's truck stop radio, which is the same radio station that you will find on Euro Truck and American Truck. Have we got a chainsaw? Yeah. So you can actually just drive and listen to the radio, which is quite nice. And it's like sometimes you'll have some AC/DC, sometimes you'll have, I don't know, other sort of bands and stuff. So that is quite cool. And so yeah, the radio does help absolutely. I like, whenever I'm see, the thing is, if what happened if I can pull this clubhouse off, which I'm working on, it means that whenever we're chatting on the mic and we do a multiplayer stream, we can all have the radio on because it will just be in your headset, and we can go on big convoys, Anyway, let's get this started up. But we'll try, Oh God, she's freezing. Let's put the coat on. Hold on a second, love. Right, got a coat on. She'll settle up in a minute, I think. Should we just get her back in the warm? But yeah, the immersion here is pretty decent. Okay, so we've got the heater on, haven't we? Yeah, let's take this bloody coat off. We don't need it inside the cab. So yeah, the radio in here is pretty decent. Before we pull off, let's have a little look at chat. I hate games with a story, Steve says. Yeah, this is going to be the trouble with the New Beginnings, because it's going to be very story based. And just like Truck Driver Gold, or just like the American Dream, it's going to have an end. You'll finish the story. So Duality says, of course, Duality's name is Simon. Simon, hope you're doing all right. This is the one I have, a KT. It's called a KT. Oh my God. I've got to get that one. It's called KT. Ugreen USB. I'm just going to screenshot that a second. Thank you, Duality. I appreciate that. Microphone. Gaming mic with noise reduction, condenser, PC microphone, podcasting, streaming, recording, and a quick mute. That's brilliant. Thank you. Kenneth comes in and says, and that's one for the joys of gaming, to escape a little bit of sort of reset your mind. Absolutely. Max says, yes, the radio does help. Absolutely. Okay, right, guys, let's, the final, well, it's not the final chapter, it's chapter 1, isn't it? We're going to be doing this next Thursday. For chapter 2, which will be something different. It'll have a completely different narrative, a completely different game, and we'll have some fun. And like I said, I've got 12 of these to do as we do our road to 1K. So how are we doing then? 99 miles. I'm going to drop it down a gear because we're running in 9th. And we're only getting 21 miles an hour. So I'm going to drop this down. Revs are picking up. 23, 25 miles an hour. Bit of a corner coming up, so we'll go a bit steady. Let's grab a gear. Like I said, we can already see the clutch and the throttle movement down there. Let's drop down a gear. Clutch in. Gear stick. And grab another as we just go around this corner a sec. Revs running pretty high, so we'll just go up a gear. And another. But like I said, there's no reason for that sat-nav, bottom left-hand corner. Oh crikey, she's getting tired. Guru, you're going to have to hang on in there. We've got the sat-nav on the dashboard, which is more than enough. Of course, a bit of a downhill section here. And a little bit of lag when the game saves. So this is quite a big downhill section. So we're going to have to watch ourselves. We use a bit of engine braking. Oh, you were saying this one has KT. It's not called KT because that would be mint. Holy shit, is this a... We've actually got an avalanche. Let's put our coat back on. I haven't had an avalanche in ages. Yeah, it's right across the road. That's so cool. Yeah, so we're going to have to call this in on the CB. Do you know, I have considered, I've not long got myself a new pickup truck, and I was contemplating on putting a CB in it. Okay, what are we doing? I might actually show my truck on the members' videos, if you are a member. Anyway, let's go. What are we doing? We're calling it in. We're going to the CB. So, CB radio. So we've got to tow the truck to the road, which we did on the first part of the stream. We've got emergency refuel. We've got tow the truck to a workshop. Or we can call the services to remove a roadblock. And this is free. So hopefully... Do you want... What? You want to wait 3 hours? Remember to take care of food and energy. You won't be able to control it while you wait. Hold on. No, we'll cancel that. Because we know we're tired. So we're going to have to grab some sleep. So we'll just knock everything off a minute. Right, because it's going to wind the clock forward 3 hours. So we'll get some sleep so we don't fall foul of that. Might have some food. It's quite nice doing a long stream because you get to do all these mini adventures. What have we got? Can we cook something up? Let's have some chicken. There's no cab lights back here, by the way. Although I haven't seen any cab lights. Okay, let's just jump in the cab. Get a truck started. Have to get this warmed up. The windscreen wipers are still okay. The heater is on. Let's have those chicken. Okay, I think we're ready to call this in then. So up on the CB, down to call services to remove roadblock. Do you want to wait 3 hours? Remember to take care of your food and energy. You won't be able to control it while you wait. Yes, let's wait. Okay, is it gone? There you go. So it took 3 hours to clear the avalanche. And you can see that now we're late on the delivery, which is quite cool. Before we take off, let's have a quick look. The game is very realistic, Max says. You get cold, hot, gotta eat. What in this game don't you do? Do they have a pub you can go to after driving? Do you know, we spoke about this with the motorbikes. I've always wanted a big open world where you can go on a road trip with your friends, where you can pull into the forest and make a campfire where we can all sit around and talk about life. If anybody remembers, back on the PS3, there was a game called Home, and you could sit and just talk to people, and I kind of dug that. And if they had an open world game where you go into a pub and you could play snooker, darts, pool, blackjack, poker, and you could grab some sleep, an open world life sim on a bike would be a bloody dream for me. It really would, and I would love you to come and join me. But sadly, we don't have that type of game right now. Duality says, no, I was saying this one I have, KT. Had to scrunch it up as no space message limit. Just called you green. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Simon. If only you could eat one more meat for the rest of your life, it would be... Oh, if you could eat, Simon, if you could eat one more meat for the rest of your life, it would be chicken. Yeah, I do like a bit of chicken myself, actually. Right, let's get out of here. Drop it down a couple of gears. Grab a couple. 75 miles to go. Oh, let's put the lights on. Don't need main beam on. Just the normal would be completely fine. And let's get this stream done. We're 10 minutes over, but that doesn't matter. Thank you for joining me on chapter 1. It genuinely means the absolute world to me. If you are subscribed, then thank you for supporting me, for supporting the channel, for believing in me, for allowing me to grow and build and dream, you know. I really, really appreciate it. Let's just drop down a couple of gears as we do these little road to 1K, you know. And I thought, yes, I could do normal streams, but we could make it a story. This is exactly what we do on Slow and Steady. We tell stories, real life stories. We interact with the game. We tell things about the trucks. And we basically are, you know, we do story tell here on the channel. We take our time because it's called Slow and Steady. And that's exactly what we do here. And that suits me really well because, you know, life and work asks so much of us. And so if I can slow down for a little bit in a game, then that to me is a little piece of heaven. You know? So just 40 miles out. But thank you for joining me here on this Thursday night. But we have been rocking this entire stream through the winter as well. As we get up to 45 miles an hour. We do have chains on the tyres, so we're okay. Those miles are ticking down now as we come over the bridge. And I think the yard is in this town. So left-hander here. Let's see if we can do all this in, because it's the final part of the stream, let's do all this in first person. So a little bit of the world loading in as we pulled into town. So we'll just watch that trailer as we come round. We'll watch the front. And we'll watch that mirror. And watching the front still as we pull into the yard. Come through the gatehouse. We can see the office straight ahead of us. I'm playing the Mafia games again. Just because of the heat, not games as much. Do you know, I'll be honest with you, Simon. I've dabbled with the Mafia games. I've enjoyed what I've played back in the day. My memory serves me right. I enjoyed them, but I never completed any of them. Which one are you playing right now? Because is there 3? Or was there a new game that recently released as well? So just looking left here. As we're looking for a drop-off point. Now the office was way, way, way back. So unless it was a different office we come in. There's 4, is there, Ken? They were always done quite well as well, weren't they? I think they were, you know, they were quite well scripted, if I remember. So Ken's already finished the second one. Simon, Duality, what about yourself? According to this, we're 13 miles away. I'm on Mafia 2, finished definitive. Let me read. Oh, okay, we got to go across the port. But I'm enjoying the chat. Hold on. I finished only the second one, says Ken. Simon Duality says I'm on Mafia 2, finished definitive first. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'd love to dabble a little bit with that. Oh, hold on a second. Let me just look for the. No, that's not it. Hold on a second. There's a. Oh, I've got it purple. There's a point of interest here, which we could look at because it's slow and steady. Just gonna have a quick look at our point of interest. So it says here, the Port of Valdez, one of Alaska's major ports. A variety of cargoes are handled here, but its main task is to transport oil from the Trans-Alaska pipeline system, produced mainly in Prudhoe Bay. The surrounding waters are still recovering from the disastrous oil spill from a tanker in 1989. That's crazy. We did do I think we did a big stream. I think we did like the north to south run, where we did some history on the big pipe that runs for like 200 miles through Alaska. But it's really sad to hear that the water is still recovering from a 1989 oil spill. Still recovering from the disastrous oil spill from a tanker in 1989. Bloody humans. Okay, let's just check chat before we take off. Duality says, only ever finished Mafia Definitive and 2 on Xbox. Got midway through 3, but got bored and not started the recent one. See, this is what I was talking about with The Witcher. The Witcher 3. Let's got back this truck up a bit. I, like many other people, bought The Witcher, right? But what happened is halfway through, probably only quarter of the way through, a little game called Horizon Zero Dawn dropped. And, or whether I picked up The Witcher 3 and then it dropped. But either way, I deleted or stopped playing The Witcher, and I've never completed it. Never. And so with this remastered edition that they mentioned at Gamescom, I'm going to be doing some live streams on my second channel of The Witcher, because I've never played through it. And apparently there's a new combat system, there's a new skill tree, the Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone DLC are free, and it's also a free PS5 upgrade. So if you have The Witcher, you're going to get it for free. So, you know, and that comes out, I think, is it September 23rd? So it's like 4 weeks away, you know. So I quite like this. You actually have to come off into the docks. So I can see a flashing man up ahead. So that's our drop-off point with the office as we come through. Do we need these wipers on? No. So we've got a big drop-off zone here, but we did say we were going to do a first-person drop-off. There's one there. Okay, cool. I think it's here. Let's put the handbrake on and have a quick look. Sounds of the port. Yeah, so this is where we need to drop it. That's your cab. Obviously, you've played all this game, and we'll reverse it in here. So that's what we're going to do to end the stream. As I just look, I think more chats come through. Jump in. Witcher 3. I was obsessed from day one. Lived on it. Love it so much. I can't play Skyrim anymore without Witcher 3 soundtrack. You'll love it, KT. Both discs I'm on Game Plus, but about midway through. Wow. So are you looking forward to the new combat system? Apparently it's got a new targeting system as well. But yeah, never played it. You know, I'm as honest as the day's long, and you know, there'll be people out there saying, oh yeah, you know, yeah, I've played The Witcher, I've completed The Witcher. I haven't, you know. So I'm really looking forward to it, you know. So let's see if we can back this up. I'm going to put those mirrors up because I do think they're quite decent. Is it hold down on the left pad? Or hold right? It's right. Okay, right. I think we're almost ready to back this up. So I can see the garage pretty much. Okay, let's put it in reverse gear. Now, if you wanted the trailer to go right, you need to put the wheel left, as we just check it in on the right mirror, as you can see that right mirror there. Straighten the truck up a little bit, maybe. Makes it really immersive if you can have a go doing it first person. Let's check that left mirror. We're right on the edge of that left, so I'm going to bring that right round a bit. Yeah, there it is. Look, let's just bring it in. Bring it in. I think Simon's shocked because I've not completed the Witcher. I know, it was just because something shiny come along. That was the only reason. And then I think I went back to it and I couldn't figure out the difference between I think we fucked that up, but we're not far off. I think I struggled with the silver sword and the steel sword and some of the accent and stuff like that. So I you know, when you put a game down, you come back to it a year later. It was like that, you know. Come on, where's these 5 stars? 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay, there we go. We did it. So let's jump out. Still got a spot of rain in the air. I think the rain is on the... that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So let's get the stands down. Safety first. Okay, and let's do the cables. Normally grab the nearest one first, but never mind. It stops you clipping through the cable. So grab this one. RPG games you need to dedicate your time to is not easy. Yeah, I can put. Well, let's read the rest of this a second. Yeah, I do love horses in games as well. It'd be great to sort of see the new. So I'm going to do it with the remastered, and I'm going to cover it on the other channel, and do the odd live stream. So you know, might not do the whole game, but I'll check in on the live streams. RPG games, you need to dedicate all your time to. Not easy to do sometimes, and definitely when you put the bloody game down for a year, and you come back and forget how it all works, you know. Let's unhook it, and that is a wrap. So sadly, this trailer is going to disappear after we go and speak to this guy. Which is, if they could just leave the trailer there for like 5 in-game minutes. That would be helpful, but we'll have to see what this New Beginnings is like. So whatever, 5 grand. She's knackered. The trailer's disappeared. I think we're just going to park the truck up over there and say our goodnight. Let's just jump in. I think we'd probably turn that off. But I love my little truck. I've had it for a little while. It kind of reminds me of the rubber duck truck. Which I will be having with the American truck. And hopefully we get to hear some news and Gamescom soon. It's a week. It started yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or day before? 27th. And hopefully we'll get some news, man. We're all looking forward to these games. And I'm looking forward to getting to 1,000 subscribers so we can unlock the next extension to the SAS crew. So again, if you are subscribed, then thank you. Let's knock off that engine and say a big thank you to you guys. 3 hours for chapter 1. Next week we're going to be back with chapter 2. It's going to be a different game. It will be a slightly different story of how our progression through YouTube and through the chapters go, and just making it a little bit of interesting, really. But genuinely, normally I read through all the names who have engaged with the chat, but that would be 3 hours. So I'm just going to love you and leave you and say thank you. If you're still here at the bitter end, to me, to you, let's just go for the last couple of names. Duality. Thank you, Duality. It's always a pleasure. You've been there right from the beginning, and I genuinely appreciate you. Keys as well. A big shout out to Keys. Of course, Steve, the Dice Man. I love your comments. I appreciate you being here, man. And we've also got Ken as well. Thank you for all your advice, Ken, through the stream, as well as Steve. You guys rock, and I really appreciate you being here. And Max, of course, who's recently in the chat, another big sort of commenter, and and proud member of the SAS crew. Have a great evening. I will see you on the live next Thursday for chapter 2, and I will see you through Biking Sunday. Trucking Tuesday will still be here, and I'll see you live on Trucking Thursday. From me to you, much love. Have a great weekend, and speak soon.